against this composition, against XLG, a lot of eyes fall to Babybay. Has to deliver on the global stage. He disappointed some back in Santiago, but now a huge opportunity for him looking at Lotus.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be crucial in holding down, especially that C side of the map often. If XLG get onto those sites and into those post plants, we know where this is where the composition shines here.
Yeah, for sure. They really understand the verticality of this map. I'm looking at those deadlock sensors. I'm looking at the sage wall, the deadlock walls. Lysor, the TP is on top of the boxes as well. As you mentioned, Manny, if they can get into these post-plant situations, this composition looks really, really good on this map. On the opposing side, G2, we're looking at Jogamo being able to get to that level that we know that he can perform at.
Yeah, but I don't think G2 are going to let XLG get to that position. They're way too good at this map to let them do that. Even if they did, it's because they have a plan to retake with multiple points of entry. G2, I do not see losing this map, even though XLG are incredible here.
Both of these teams favor this map. It's the home ground for the two. But so far, G2 has always owned XLG. A 2-0 record. XLG trying to bounce back and get China another win in playoffs. We hop into map 1 of this series with Pansy and Hyper.
Yeah, I guess the question becomes, can China get more than one win in one day? This one's tougher though.
Yeah.
G2 have had their number. Already said by the desk, this has been a hard affair in the past. 11 rounds total through both times they met was all that XLG could gather. Here, Mike, they've got to do more.
They absolutely do, and I mean, G2 come into this, obviously this is sort of like a comfort matchup for them, which is a rare opportunity given in this sort of situation. Start here on Lotus, I think Mini absolutely nailed the points coming into this. This is a very tough composition to come up against, but I think G2, honestly, in terms of tempo, in terms of macro, have the right response to address that.
Well, that'll be the question we find the answer to, isn't it? How well prepared, who stamps their authority on the game? Again, confidence can be a hell of a thing, as I think EDG found out in that first series of the day. Building off the momentum, but a strong map for both sides. You're not going to have a walk in the park if you're XLG here.
Leaf going to completely concede the site here. Happy to allow progress elsewhere on the map. Come through. Actually, you bait out on the door here. Happy Way will punish. Valen will fall. Let's see if XLG unable to get the plant down here, considering further aggression in towards spawn.
Spike planted. There.
Bit of a weird timing now, though.
Yeah, a little surprised that he fell short on that one, and OMEN just set up simply on this. Trade there for Trent, but the number's still very good for XLG. Pressure starts to mount as Leaf steps forward. Paranoia not going to fully affect Leaf, so he tries to keep the pressure. Lysor there. Can Trent and Babybay do anything? HP's already low.
One enemy
Barely
remaining.
a bullet will do it as Babybay, the last one alive in a 1v3. Time on XLG's side, and that's the start they'll be dreaming of.
G2 almost caught off guard. Like I said, initially the plan here, Leaf concedes all this space. They don't really catch a bite here elsewhere on the map. And yeah, you're right. It's the bait out on the door, just completely unconsidered here. Happy to pick up sort of kill. Again, that's what makes things really difficult as well. Didn't know actually the position Valen was looking to maybe pressure towards. Again, certainly a paranoia in that situation, could have set things in motion. As I said, XLG almost missed that first window of opportunity to get the plant down. Again, Sage Wall goes in, that's when you want to secure the site hold. Come over here. You want to at least plant the flag early over towards Mount, but there's nowhere you can play into. And actually, XLG here, a quick rotation.
Couple of players here, though. Nice little high-low setup. XLG have to be meticulous if they do want to force the hand on this A site, which they can do. And they've already lost one, they've lost a second. Things now get dicey. As Babybay going hunting for a little more, spots the pixel, goes for the kill, loses. OMEN there to keep things safe.
Good win out initially, G2. And damage done here. It is a 3v3, but still just pistols on the other side here.
OMEN's HP does concern me, but it's fine. Well held by Lysor and Leo there in unison, making sure none of that threat was able to mount to much.
And even all things considered, great conversion here. Puts them in a great position to carry that purchase forward as well. G2 will be coming back on rifles. Making a little bit of old progress, you could argue. I'm certainly curious to see now, once we get to the rifles, G2's approach will be.
There.
Great catch here. Oh, just about getting out of that.
Yeah, lucky boy
I
Trent,
think
though.
Decay actually being negated a little bit on the end there.
Yeah, it feels like G2's still not quite smoothed out yet. You're only a little bit jittery still. Some nice ideas at the start, though, but XLG going to keep their players relatively healthy. Going to get that heal through, so no harm, no foul on that front.
Actually, again, G2 play a little further back. Happy to allow XLG to explore this space outside A.
Oh, just that contact coming in there towards B on the spam has drawn the players back. You can see the reaction. Look at Raga potentially to get a good old backstab going if he feels the timing's right, but the plant's going to be in. It's a pretty contested side of the map, though. 4 players from G2 waiting to pounce in on this, and do not forget about Raga. Doesn't have much to play with in the form of weaponry, but the man is here. Hold your breath. That is 2 targets. Does he get spotted? He gets down 1. Can't get Trent, though. Still standing, but Happyway in the back lines, doing serious damage. Stun good, everything looking lovely. XLG! Turning around! 3 rounds, bonus converted, and the 6th man is already on their feet.
What a way for that to end. And the switch out here, the clean up as well. Trent even checks out, he considers the possibility, but still, this flank finds a crucial kill ahead of this retake getting started. Unfortunately, G2 just don't have the numbers at that point to trade out effectively. A couple of rounds here where just the amount of util to secure some of this crucial space on the map. I think that's probably why you've seen G2 concede where they are. Happy to almost allow that util to have full effect and maybe have a little more faith in leaning towards that retake, but a couple of investments here, but it's not much at all for G2.
Nicely
to piece
navigated.
something together.
Again, it is just going to be those stingers and a sheriff or 2, but I quite like how they kind of made it around some of that utility that XLG were investing to try and clear that closed space. But for now, Valen falling again.
Immediately now.
Bring them down.
Their way towards C. I mean, Leaf not here to actually reinforce Baby Bay's setup, so give me a sheriff and a couple of bits of util to slow things down here on the way in.
You're starting to feel that pressure coming your way now. What can Baby Bay do about this? That's 4 players knocking at the door of his sight. That's something you can do. Can you give us some more, though? G2 digging their heels into this round. Not going to relent, and do they get to see the spike? I think they're aware of it. That's big information for G2 now.
30 seconds left.
Especially with a chunk removed here, Leaf actually did get himself into a position to apply some pressure.
God, 20 seconds.
You've got to get moving here.
Do you call it quits on this, or do you still try and force the issue? They're going to try it, but it's not working. Trent denies Leaf on the follow-up, and Lysor. Oh, it looks disastrous. There's not much more for this man to achieve. 7 seconds. They're trying to come in with knives. Who do you think you are? 3 seconds. Round is done. Gorgeous stalling from Leaf then.
I mean, it looks like he's completely off kilter here in terms of getting back into a position. But Baby Bay able to slow things down here on the back of his util. 2 crucial kills. There's just this gap here that allows G2 to still apply pressure.
Seconds left.
I guess the worst position is, I mean, the spike's just outside the smoke. They can't retrieve that, and I think a little hesitation on display. Try and troubleshoot on the fly. That's after creating a free opener as well. Early advantage. XLG, unfortunately, slipped between their fingers.
Turning a Mastercard thrifty like that is going to be a brilliant outcome for G2 to make this not feel like it could be a blowout. Anyway, trying to keep some rapt attention on the A side of the map. Jaw already ahead of this, and Leaf just going to go for the jump spot, big punish. Happyway, fantastic for that. And they've been getting a lot of these first picks. And Jorgamo even it out now with the ult coming in. He's in a little bit of trouble. Oh, big trouble from Happyway, and it's a pivot call though. They were eyeing up C.
Actually catching Leaf in transition as well. XLG just running rings Round G2 here. It's Baby Bay and Valen. And Spike hasn't made it across yet, but plenty of coverage on this angle. Baby Bay, few options. Got to piece it together. And he's found two.
That's some options. Ults now are plenty. Investing them at 35 seconds. Spike left loose. You've got to see them come back together. Lysor and No Man have to work in unison. Valen and Baby Bay making mountains out of molehills, but No Man is still on the case. With 20 seconds, though, how much can he do? The Spike's a problem. Lysor on it, though. Baby Bay gone as Valen, the last one standing. Spike back in hand. They're on the move. He's got to catch this cross. Lysor knows it as well. There's the denial, so the plant can now come in. Oh!
What a recovery. I say it requires Baby Bay to find basically all 3 kills here. Gets 2, but XLG has to flip that on their head. I mean, the smoke goes up here. G2 have to make a move, right? They have to make a very quick decision. And even actually the catch on Leaf, you can't really even vault him for that.
One enemy remaining. 10 seconds
Spam
left.
through the smoke.
God, Lysor's having a game here.
Already sitting at 8 and 3, Lauren. Fired up
Again, to
for
me,
this series, yeah.
I was kind of looking at Raga, maybe being an X-Factor player, having a big upswing, maybe a life game here or there, but obviously if Lysor's on, if Happyway's on, they can give you so much to play with.
Happyway has looked fantastic. Certainly showing here some form, basically delivering this one, at least the early round, on a platter to XLG. Coming out of this, the Coinbase win condition for G2. Could argue around some of these ultimates. I mean, Jorgamo 2 away from a showstopper. Leaf, he's going to bring a rifle in here and 1 away from a pip. Certainly opportunities for GT, and I'm curious whether or not this timeout really is going to discuss a change of pace. Difficult to really challenge this sort of composition, certainly on the defensive side for G2. XLG leaning heavily, though, into just that safety net, the blanket of security provided by some of these pieces of util. Raga even playing with that in terms of expectations previously as well, that flank right behind B. See how the buy settles here. I mean, Jorg's going to throw a stinger in the mix.
Well, I would have maybe written this out a little bit, but again, the one round that G2 got was the Thrifty. So maybe this is something they can hope to get under the belt, but it's certainly not going to be an easy task. Phantom shown early. It's going to be Leaf considered. Does XLG care?
Looking to deny this orb here. That should be Raga. Get the res off this, so they have opportunity to get somebody back on their feet here. G2 poised if they want to go forwards here.
This could be a nice read potentially, but because we have
Happyway on the other side.
Yeah, but do they want this to do? Oh no, this is a shooting gallery. Happyway making light work of G2. Phantom gone, and so's Trent's head. Happyway is making it look so simple. Alan trying to play to the door, but this round looks done.
Slow approach here, really suiting XLG. Wide open C site now for them. They'll be able to retrieve the rifle at least, Baby Bay, but yeah, 2v5 now. Now you have to consider some of this util that they have to overcome. Situations like this where
Dropping spike.
what chance do you really have? We were discussing the possibility, but
Spike
the
planted.
timeout, not necessarily to address this round for sure. Damage, something to consider maybe. I mean, there's a few members of XLG sitting around 1,500, but certainly doesn't give you much hope for the follow-up here. We'll come into this though. I mean, Jorg, 1 away from the showstopper now. Val and Leaf will have theirs. That's what you can hope for here, consolation kill or 2.
And again, a lot of people putting G2 quite high up when it comes to outcome, you know.
And don't we always?
It's who's learned the lesson and who's not, I guess, is it. But it was never really at these early stages we got that concerned. I say early stages, but still, at this point, you'd imagine they'd normally be quite comfortable. However, at 5-1, I am a little concerned. A cold start, potentially. They haven't been able to get that time underneath them through the groups coming in, but again, they are a high-caliber team here, Mike. I put G2 to high standard, top 3, top 4, somewhere around that. This isn't looking like it, especially when Lotus is a very solid map for them.
Certainly. I mean, here, like I said, this has got to be what the timeout was to address. Well, G2 are going to make any massive adaptations here. Again, they're walking the tightrope in terms of the finances as well. Don't necessarily have a buy to hand either, but some of those key ultimates now online for them.
And I do wonder if that's going to affect how it sounds, because this round we will be listening into XLG, obviously currently up at 5-1, so as soon as they dip into that, we might hear them considering the approach. And G2 already flipping the script here. Happyway, though, the headhunter himself, been a threat, this time nullified. Big start for G2. Let's hear how that's affected XLG.
Open tree, let's go tree, let's go tree. Only one. Go together.
They have 40. They have 40.
We need to go away, we need to go away.
There's a flash,
play anti-flash.
You have a...
There's a flash.
They have a 40, guys. Raise ulti. Oh, drop.
Jump.
Face your fear.
Oh, we'll raise low HP, raise low HP. Winnable.
Very aware of those ultimates, but still trying to get around them incredibly hard. The start of the round being difficult with the loss of Happyway and kind of forcing the hand towards the A side. But Lysor, let's see if you can go down swinging, or if there's any way out of the tree at this point. Trent gonna go down, and actually Lysor doesn't suffer too much for this one, but he is surrounded. And I think he's getting a little tricky. Oh
my God.
You made me believe.
I'm going to be honest, I heard a winnable call. I was like, it is 2v5.
All right, easy. I can't deal with a heart attack day 2 of my job, man. Like, easy it up here. But again, for G2, I like what they did, though.
Yeah,
quickly identifying the kind of weaker side of the approach.
It is one of those no-nonsense approaches from G2 where it's like, we're happy to invest here, need to get the ball rolling. Certainly something that could be, I mean, the observers lost that one, I should say. But, Happyway is now going to have a bounty on him. They can even really comfortably identify his position and get bodies in the right place to address that. A couple more bodies behind this.
Toxins going up.
Set up to follow, though. G2 still conscious of that presence towards Mound.
Yeah, it could get cleared once they get door control, though, so need to be a bit careful how long they outstay or potentially stay their welcome here. There's the Prowler going through. He was trying to catch maybe Val in there or Leaf in transition back towards site. For now, staying alive.
Leaf considering the pit if there's contact from Valen now, actually peeling away from that position. I saw another TP available. Can pivot fairly quickly. G2 have to maintain this coverage right now. I mean, probably pretty happy with Babyplay playing towards the middle of the map.
Paranoia to stall, TP back, catch from Raga. Valen getting very little play here, struggling to get off the starting blocks in this one. Already Leaf has to relinquish any sort of site control that they may have had. It's already going to posture for a retake at best. For now, XLG looking like they've been able to switch up that pace of touch. The paranoia of Happyway's lurks very present in the mind of G2. For now, though, obviously playing with the pack.
How they break back in here, though, is the issue. XLG happy to stay on site here. Leaf will find the first, though.
That will certainly help, but Jorgamo caught, and actually, Baby Bay on the bailout, gonna catch Lysor. And now suddenly just down to 1. Raga, the table's turning, 68 HP, he's got to back away for a second. The defuse started, Baby Bay with some brilliance there. G2 needed that.
And finding the first for free over the top, certainly tips the scales in their favor, but XLG just crumble in this post plant. In so many bodies. Happy to greet G2. Let's get picked apart here. Especially, I mean, as soon as this stun comes through, you think XLG are going to pounce, but it just never happens. To bring it within 2 rounds. XLG now going to pump the brakes.
Yeah, and just for a moment, I do want to really give credit there to Baby Bay on that spacing as well, making sure that first kill wasn't going to be an easy pickup as soon as they tried to play back at the site. So complimentary in how they wanted to scale back in.
That's what is bizarre, though, with so many bodies up on site. There's no really favorable angles to swing back on after G2 find that first pick, which is curious, right? If you set up the wall in this way, there's a cage, obviously, to block off. Why not swing onto these angles, like, as quickly as possible? G2 shouldn't really have had a way back in here. Certainly, XLG maybe going to be discussing that Coinbase win condition coming out of this timeout. Raga does have the res available, still going to have a buy of sorts here. Not going to see rifles across the board, but we've already noted, Lysor, another TP available, Happy Weight, have the neural theft as well. On the other side though, G2. I mean, Leaf, like I said, you could see him considering the pit in the previous, maybe on the back of Valen's contact, but very quick call to give up that setup.
I guess the question in my mind somewhat develops to, is that C site now just kind of out of the equation? They've not had that much success playing towards it. Do they start going back to what was kind of working a bit better, those A approaches that they managed to make work? But obviously G2 with some elevation here. Early investment of the pit from Leaf, and that's going to be shutting out that C site. So again now, with this slightly shaky buy, XLG need to find their footing. Going back to, I guess, I don't want to say basics, but Happy Way kind of on a solo endeavor, commanding the attention of half the map if he can.
And Leaf doesn't necessarily have to challenge close on this pit either. Have a little pocket to play into. And looking actually to maybe trap somebody outside B. XLG not happy with what they've seen initially, but we'll leave Lysor inserted here.
Yeah, maybe trying to identify where that slightly deeper hold's going to be. Keep in mind that Happy Way had gone pretty far towards Mount. Obviously didn't go quite towards the pit, but even in that mind, you look how far up they've got
Challenging
Lysor,
into it.
which is bold, but they've got, what, a Prowler? I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, they can obviously wall off the pocket that Leaf has.
Ooh, Leaf, though, technical player here. Still going to respect this. Gives up the entrance, at least, sitting a little bit more towards that waterfall side, but now starts to get curious. At 23 seconds, rotation's going to be coming in. Flanks on the way, and it's pretty much all in from XLG.
It's actually Trent to find the spam here. Spike doesn't go down. Leaf will find Raga over the top as well. It's all falling apart.
Yeah, it's turning into a nightmare here for XLG. They thought they had the right side of the map to go to, but now with the pain shells coming in and G2 back at the gates here, XLG are going to have back to the wall Valorant now. Leaf looking for a pixel out of place, doesn't quite get it, but Valen does. That was that late play coming back around from B, leaving Happy Way. Magic as he might have been earlier. It looks like G2 have finally got their footing.
Leaf able to just exist for so long here. It doesn't have to challenge, as I said, there's no real need to stop. XLG walking through this pit. Fortunately, again, yeah, sure, missed slow orb, but it's Trent's kill here that really makes things difficult. Unfortunately, Raga just, I mean, there's no way he can spam back onto this. Just a sitting duck on top of the wall. Great round from G2.
Very composed.
On our side now. We got this shit. The
only way for them to really convert this position is to actually go into the backside of the pit and challenge Leaf.
And now look what it's done to the money, though. Obviously, XLG on the receiving end of these 3 rounds has completely trashed their finances. Down to Sheriffs. Looking for win cons that may not exist here. Valen spraying,
Leo's got to be careful.
Yeah, but he's trying to catch one on that back pedal, but he doesn't get what he wanted. Oh, looking like a... Oh, should have been an easy target, but Raga making a little bit trickier there for Baby, but he's still confident enough to hold this. And Viper utility, keeping him at the advantage.
Nobody over towards C, though, for G2. Again, a chance for XLG to find another post plant on this side of the map.
Yeah, but they're not getting the same opening picks anymore.
No.
You're not at a player advantage. It feels like G2 have figured out the approach that was working well for XLG, and what felt like it could have been a considerable problem, showing some of that caliber by being able to adjust on the fly. So not really falling foul for any of this. Yes, going to give up the plant, but by all accounts, G2 still happy.
Valen back in the same position, able to dismantle this post-plant hold previously.
Yeah.
Lysor has to go huge here to bail him out. Valen's going to find another one. Traded off, but the numbers just favouring G2. The weaponry alongside that, and just Lysor left now. Shut down Jorgamo. Find the final kill, and G2 will tie things up.
Yeah, they're back in business now. Felt like a shaky start, felt like a very confidence-based start from XLG.
I mean, you heard Babyface saying exactly that. It's like, guys, yeah, sure, they were hot for the first few rounds. The only reason they won them. G2 now certainly feeling more comfortable in terms of what's going on across the map. So now XLG were asking to make some big changes.
They're having fun. Seems like levity has kind of been added to the mix here. And I guess we look towards XLG under the lens of, do they have someone to reignite what was working at the start for them? Can they rebuild on some confidence? Because the timeout didn't seem to really find what they needed. But buyback in hand here, but operator out for Jorgamo. So a new added twist here for them to try and find those next couple of steps from.
We're going to be able to hold down the fort here. Operator in hand now for him. So happy way on the other side here. Still a gap for him to confirm. Nobody's slipping through. Valen elsewhere. He's found the opener. Oh, a single point of damage being traded onto that. I think XLG just looking a little one-dimensional now in terms of where they're looking to pressure. The res will come through. Chance to punish, but that will stand for the time being.
Okay, they have got Valen. Does Leaf leave him to die at this point?
I think he does.
I mean, yeah, Valen's screwed. No saving here, so Leaf, you better be able to deliver. You gave him up.
I know exactly.
The sacrificial lamb to hold position, but he's going to see it all coming now. With 30 seconds, limited options of pivoting, XLG need to once again go into the C site, at least this time with a player on their side, but ult for Baby Bay. It was certainly more than even out the odds. In 20 seconds, still no plant in sight. Mike, this is getting incredibly late. And G2, they've got the site back.
Issue being there's a pain shell and everything to consider here. Tons of util. XLG have to go forwards.
Leaps out for vengeance! Oh, 3, baby! Make it 4! It was a worthy sacrifice to get that round in the bag.
Another clear example for me of hesitation on the side of XLG. I mean, you roll this back 10, 15 seconds and you'd expect 1 or 2 people from XLG to be going forwards, but they're just so hesitant. I think G2 are feeling that as well. With nobody swinging past second pillar, it's like, okay,
we're going.
Yeah. Except that same window of opportunity we saw where the plant didn't come through previously. Very concerning to see after XLG had themselves a very comfortable start. Certainly in charge of momentum. The confidence certainly favoring them. Sort of rounds that you don't want to give G2. They are now around to the good. Round 12 broken by here. Valen's TP on one side, nothing. Maybe Nightfall. Bay out here of the wall. Maybe Bay will relay that information. G2 has 3 walking out mid.
They've really got their finger on the pulse, it feels like, but Baby Bay has to be careful to not get caught here, but he's already backed away from sight. The back line now pressured. Happyway waiting. That's an advantage that they haven't had in a minute's time, so this is good for them. A follow-up would be lovely. Not going to get it. Back line now broken. They've got issues once again surrounded.
Jorgamo, one more for a showstopper. That could be...
Oh, it could be wraps.
Huge here for G2.
And Leaf waiting. Needs the rest of his team to kind of build up a bit further, but you can see the XLG want him dead. They want to pry him out of that CT side. Leo trying to fight it back, but he falls. Just Lysor to try and hold back the flood from G2. Already takes away Leaf. Needs Trent dead, needs Baby Bay gone. And Baby Bay ain't dying today. G2 bouncing back after what was a really dreary start.
Resurgence here to find 7-5. Massive respect to G2. And the resilience here. So they were being dictated to in these early rounds. XLG, sure you could argue maybe a couple of these passing them by, but certainly want to see that cleaned up for the second half, Lauren.
I'm with you on that. And again, for me, average was never the plan for G2. High expectations on this team, showing some of that pedigree in their ability to turn it around. Bold words from the man on the screen there to say that on a 7-5 half. However, as we are here in London, we've got a couple people coming out, and one of those people have been family members coming in from all over the world. So we are going to send it over to the stage where Frankie is standing by with Trent's parents.
I'm with Trent's parents, Nicole and Jason. Nicole, what was the conversation with Trent like this morning? Because for me, it seems like G2 were feeling positive going into this one.
Yeah, he's always really positive. They practice, they prepare, they do everything they can to be ready for this, so they come in with high expectations for themselves and high spirits. So
Do you have high expectations for them?
I just want them to be happy and do well. Yeah, so probably.
And for you, Jason, you actually are the reason that your boy is standing on that stage right now competing for a title because you bought him his first PC. What was it like, though, when he was 17 and you had to let him go travel the world?
Very difficult. We had to dig deep, talk about it, pull him out of school, and let him live his dream.
But he did complete his diploma thanks to your parenting. Watching him now, though, did you ever imagine you'd get to see him playing so many of these events?
No, not in my wildest dreams. I still hardly believe it sometimes that we're here and he's doing this. It's amazing. It's unbelievable.
And do you believe that G2 are cursed on international stages, or do you believe they can break that here in London?
Absolutely, I do. I believe in them every time they get up on that stage.
Yeah, and they look like they believe in themselves. I suppose I want to ask you the same thing, Jason. When you see your son playing on that stage, what do you believe?
I think we're going to win this one, and I think we're going to win them all. So,
Well, we've got the first game to get through of the upper bracket, so let's head back into it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Well, faith goes a long way in this, and a bit of support, a bit of belief, because at the start of things, XLG were nuts, Mike. They came out swinging, looking like Happyway was untouchable. Lysor the 1-2 punch, but then they hit around that 6-7 round. I hate it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I take it back. I take it back. I'm too old to do it with intention. But at
I was
this
about
point...
to respond there as well. I was really going to be with you, but
Nah.
I mean, it's not often you see G2 be the ones dictated to in terms of confidence, in terms of momentum, and really, I mean, rolling over in some of those rounds. But to come back and close this out with 6 in a row, that's the sort of standard we hold G2. And here, though, for me, XLG have to bounce back in the second half. It'll be difficult to really dig deep here, but Baby Babe maybe caught off by a minimap moment there. Just totally didn't react.
Yeah, kind of felt a bit...
Not often his age shows, but...
We brought up age once, and now it's just thematic at this point. But let's see. XLG could do with a couple of these rounds. They could do with a couple of these to build back and feel out the game a bit. G2, we know they've got capability of turning things around, so maybe draw. That Sheriff could crack things open. No man needs to be careful. And there it is, sight is open, and it felt like there was barely a second to do it. Leo, it's a desperation play, but Lysor on the double down gonna make the odds look favorable. XLG, man to the good. Jorgamo doesn't care. Gets him back down to a 2v2. Plants now in. Happyway alive and Raga alive. Dangerous duo. Reminded why. Happyway not given up yet.
Gonna slip into that smoke. Happyway certainly there to welcome them. A chance certainly to, I think maybe even noting the heel here and going further forwards. They know they're split. Just a roll of the dice, but Valen's caught so quickly inside here.
Yeah.
No chance of a trade. XLG will find another pistol. He's putting the right foot forwards. I mean, to come back to the composition, G2 have so much to do in terms of the early round to figure out, maybe find a window where there is access to some of this crucial space. Certainly didn't entertain that early on. But you could argue with how that first half went. G2 just putting out a few feelers here. You don't doubt they've done the homework, but...
No. Feels a little bit more adaptive, though, in a way. For XLG, going to have to look strong here. Keep the scoreboard competitive. Nice to tie it up. G2. Considering the A site, probably not a bad shout at this point. Just see where you go, feel out the map a little bit. You've got rounds to play with. You've kept a nice close game, but Leo now could be overwhelmed. Needs to be cautious to not get punished, and well, already Leaf's going to do that quite easily.
Raga actually walling Trent up here. Luckily, Lysor finding that trade. Spike now actually behind the wall. The spam nearly connecting. I mean, Jorgamo up to 24. They don't retrieve the weapon.
Nah. Oh dear.
It's all falling to pieces here. It's just Happyway. No man left.
I mean,
he's still challenging.
does he know that it's a 2v3 at this point? Maybe he does, but he's He's going for it, and Hathaway's nowhere near. Leaf mops him up. This is messy. Don't like this one. Don't know what's happened.
I mean, Hathaway's left for the Sheriff.
Yep.
Again, they're so conscious he's closed the gap already, but a million miles away from this. Plant will come through.
Planted.
G2 presented now with a chance to flip round 2 in their favor. This would have to be nothing short of sensational from Hathaway.
And now do you just keep the Bulldog? I mean, what do you intend to do? Let's see if he can find Leaf fast enough. That's really the part. And if at all, does find him at the
6
cost
HP.
of most of his HP. So it feels like the door is shutting on this round as Jorgamo ensures it. That's not good enough.
I mean, G2 just showing total disrespect for some of the util here.
Yes.
Raga almost with the assist to get over the top here. Again, this is nobody to really bail out Leo.
Nope. And look how
I didn't even know, even there on the replay, where's Raga to kind of wall off, prevent that from happening?
no trades, no kind of free swings on it. And again, when you're looking across the stage and you fumble something like that and you already see them up on their feet, they're starting to get a bit more lively. It does compound that sort of pressure. The scoreline now starting to sit a little more comfortably with G2 at 8-6. XLG going to be herded down on a very light investment. Just Happyweight on a Guardian. Now for him, I wouldn't say it's a welcome challenge, but he's got options more than the others.
I mean, he is certainly the one to welcome this sort of round for sure.
Wall trick.
Early indicators, at least.
Here.
Well, there's the Guardian gone.
Yeah, that's rough. And it feels like Leaf might go farming here. Let's see if he gets checked on.
Is that caught? It has caught.
Yeah, it has. I think it'll go unchecked to an extent, but it's still a problem. And they're still finding individual fights in a three-place stack. Lysol just gets pushed over. XLG look lost here. I know this is still going to be a very light invested round, but still G2 comfort under all this pressure.
I mean, if it's flawless, it's about the best thing you'd want flipping round two for G2. Just one left to find here. Only really Jorgamo that's taken any damage. I mean, Showstopper available already as well. 9-6 on the board. Very tough situation now for XLG to recover from.
Yeah.
Don't have an ult to throw in here early on.
One enemy remaining.
I mean, they're going to be able to ride out this bye as well, G2.
Oh, it's pretty well rounded.
Everybody's sitting comfortably.
Yeah, Jaw's ult does concern me as well. They can now go with a bit more tempo if they want to be a little bit more direct. If they really want to make that issue even worse, get under the skin with an early start towards Rubble. Gathering a great deal of control. Leo and Raga really need to be on the same page now.
Again, not going forwards in this situation. G2 allow Leaf to get up onto an angle.
How many light
there are
shields?
plenty of light shields to punish. Three to be exact. Jinx.
But it means that, again, XLG have to play so deep on this. They're banking on what? Lysor being out and about.
Now you hear it. Yeah, it's going to put you even further back.
Oh, that's a bold peek from Leo, and he's going to be rewarded.
Okay.
Got Leaf, that's good. Don't get caught out elsewhere. Baby Bay looking to try and find any sort of movement, anyone trying to, hit that rotation over that contact, but going to be denied. Lysor wants to get involved. The paranoia should be on. He's going to see Baby Bay, but he's unsure. Not so certain to go for it individually, but it's indicative of this B hit coming in now. There's the ult. Oh, what a shot from Leo. Beautiful, but a trade there for Valen means it's not out of the woods just yet. The 3v4 numbers up for XLG, and G2 kind of ping-ponging between the sites.
Baby Bay just walked in on the back of this. Valen now looking to challenge to this rotation, but caught off guard. Needed a kill there, ideally, to make this doable.
They're getting active on the other side, though. Lysor, I think he's read this, or maybe just considered it could be an option. Has he got the corner? Oh, no! Okay! Still going to get a target. Valen can't do much more. Going to be found in the end by Trent. A 1v2 for the man. 30 HP. Spots a player. He knows the defuse is going to be on. He has to get involved. He made a choice, and it was the wrong one. Raga gonna put him to his grave. And there's life still in XLG.
Difficult for Trent to get back onto an angle there, especially the damage already done, but it's Leo really, for me, that prevents this from going from bad to worse initially. But then the catch here to deny the showstopper. Even then, when you think Babybay able to slip the net on the back of all that pressure, G2 just can't solidify that hold.
Here.
Fine margins for sure, but as you said, XLG still clinging to life, keeping their head above water. But G2 back in with very comfortable buys, we'd already noted, flipping round 2. This could be the next step here for
Caught one.
XLG.
They found my wire.
Don't expect them to be going forwards. I'm desperately looking for a camera here. Now, still not dealt with here. Happyway maybe just relying on that very, very late into this round. Doesn't want to show his hand just yet.
Toxins going up.
How far can he get on this?
I mean, they've been given this space before, so G2 learning round by round what they've got to play with.
It's real tangibles to getting away with pressure, getting put with more dedication on the C site. But a 1-for-1 trade, it's going to be down to Lysor to really find impact after that initial work from Happyway. But identified and spotted, you can see the real pour on
Get the hell out of there. He's shut down.
I mean, you thought he had enough indicators to leave. Stuck around a second too long, and there's nowhere safe on the site. No, it's getting messy.
Yeah. Miss of crucial util here. Doesn't necessarily guarantee a kill. The investment comes back in here from Leo. I believe we'll catch anything, but clear out the space for sure.
Surprising almost to go for it. I feel as though G2 might have this one sewn up, but if XLG have faith, and show me why. Jogmo's still unwilling to relent on the side. Happy to hold. Happy to show his worth here. Paint Shell back as well. Time buyer. Pour it into No Man. No chances. No one really playing in. Maybe just going to try and make him stay on the site and look for silver linings because you're not going to get the round. Jogmo on guard duty. And it's going to be down to a save.
Sensor.
To head for the hills now. Babybay on the hunt, but I don't think he'll be caught here. At least hold on to a rifle. Yeah, G2 getting away with murder. Some of these situations. Again, the timing is perfection here.
Yeah.
See Leaf applying a little bit of pressure, and it's instantaneous swing on. Unfortunately, I mean, Lysor, it's just desperation to get out. Like you said, there was already indicators that pressure was mounting.
One enemy
I'd have to go back and watch it, but I'm not sure how many were noted initially on that swing, but maybe if you think it is 2, right, yeah, I can hang around.
Maybe I can stick around.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
something. Again, it's quick lessons being learned here. I guess if you're XLG on the receiving end of this, that look, when that site pour on happens, just get out. But again,
it's G2 demonstrating learning round by round more so,
yes.
And arguably with this composition, if you have any faith in XLG still coming back here, it has to be them in terms of adjusting some of this util, where they want to prioritize on the map. I mean, this A site hold towards tree, a couple of times here, G2 are going to run away with that sort of space.
For sure.
And they have done.
Yeah, it worries me that Leaf is finding out so much. As much as he's a really talented player all around, once he starts identifying the map.
The sort of guys that will take liberties in that sort of scenario.
Yeah, he just limit tests constantly. How much can we get away with? Even while they're going for that beautiful C-site execute, he's still there, punishing towards A, making sure how far can I get on this? How much room do I get? So, by all rights, my concerns now really lay with XLG. They've had a close affair so far, 10-7, a very respectable scoreline. I just don't want it to now go flat. I do not want to see a flat line from them, but I'm worried. Financially, they're starting to get down to the pennies.
This is 11, and what you bring, but only one sitting over 3K here, so the next one needs to be clean to follow up if they do. Maybe a chance here for XLG to go forwards. He's posturing that way, the wall up to maybe set Lysor up, but gets off the angle. He's too scared to go for it. Lack of commitment here. Maybe a second shot at it, but we'll remove the wall. Heads up work from Valen.
Yeah.
XLG looking to get a little cheeky here, but not rewarded.
Look at the limit tester once again, Leaf. While all of this happens on A, they soak kind of a lot of the initial investment of utility, that weird wall, whatever's going on. He's still working. He's felt no resistance on that C site. No one kind of shouldering early. So the further he gets, the more he's willing to call them back potentially. Be careful of that stack. Look out towards B. He's the one who's going to be able to pull this out. And again, contact on B now. It compounds the idea of how this map looks. And they still want to test it. They still want to go for it. Happy way. Tries to catch Baby Bay on the back pedal, but the wall's going to actually isolate Lysor. He's going to be forced forward. Takes down one, but that's it. Almost a mistake made, and the rifle left so deep now. Do they police it, or do they care? Look at Leaf. He's already passed Waterfall. Oh, this one. Yeah, you're going to be hoping for miracles, because Leaf is so deep on this.
I don't think they're even going to know. I'm not sure if there was a check on the cam or what, but...
And look how far he's got. There's nothing coming back.
Well,
they're still getting kills.
Perfect response.
That will certainly help matters. It puts Valen back a little bit deeper. They have to now hold down on the site. Maybe there's pressure to be had here. They've got rifles to play with. Rez comes in. They're back up to 4. This is the best chance they've had in a minute, but Valen standing guard, standing duty with Baby Bay. G2 holding the line, getting numbers on their side, but Leo gets one back, and maybe they can get towards site. Oh, they're just going to suck the damage! And Leaf on the punish on the cross-up. It leaves Lysor last one alive. Oh, we caught a glimpse. Nearly had Valen, but the time, it's so late in the round. G2, full control in this. Yes, there was a fight back. Yes, there was a chance, but it dwindled.
Come back to that same thing as well, the lack of commitment. XLG, I mean, the plan B in this round just doesn't feel comfortable, right? If you allow G2 to explore elsewhere, even with no catch on the Prowler, or at least the wrong catch on the Prowler, they're still diligent enough to clear some of these angles. And yes, while XLG find a couple of kills here, but it's only really the neural theft that bails them out from Leaf, running away with this lurk.
Well, operator now on both sides. Raga going to be having that for XLG and Leaf. Looking to find some value. And it is a 1v1 almost on that A site, seeing how far they commit towards this. But for now, the rest of the players all going to meet towards Mound, it looks like. Prowler going to be handled, but it's very indicative the players are looking to fight for this space.
I mean, Raga has to win on this side of the map versus Leaf once more. As you said, operators on both sides. That's certainly one way to address it.
God, they're putting so much faith. It feels so mirrored in this moment, doesn't it? Kind of that 4-1 almost from both sides.
Yeah, but I mean, if G2 get a bite on contact here, there's no way they commit to this. See how they've actually managed to obtain this C site previously. I think they have the read of the map. But again, do you read an operator in this sort of situation?
It's all on him. Raga has to hold this down. And the Prowler could completely crash his stand.
They spams him!
Oh, dearie me, that might be all she wrote. Baby Bay looking like he's walking on water. Happy way dead. I don't know how this man's doing it.
You talk about read of the map. That is absolutely insane. A sixth sense.
Oh, it's just too much to witness at times. Leo with no options. The door's shut on this round. It is gonna be 12. G2 getting up to map point.
Certainly looking way more stable now. The opening of this map. Again, a very one-sided affair in the second half. That's just, I mean, the intuition, crazy.
Beautiful.
After that, G2 able to just overwhelm the rest of XLG. Like I said before this, the purchase already in question for me. I mean, coming in here, what? Yeah, sure, rifles, but look at what's behind it. Lacking shields. XLG. Could all be done here in round 20 for them.
Rip and tear. No more thought.
Trying to deny the aggression, but Jorgamo in the meantime, they're reading this map once again to perfection. As much as G2 have a lot of flash when it comes to their players as well, their approach, their understanding of the game is looking very, very good here today. And for XLG, on the receiving end, sight's already gone. What are you meant to do now?
Scrambling now in terms of this retake. G2 going to feel very comfortable, able to dig their heels in. A pit to complement that, the worst possible thing.
All right, it's all on this. Trend gonna find one. Raga, desperate to do some damage, but Baby Bay again, just lighting up the kill feed, leaving Lightsaw and Raga with it all to do in very little time. And Jorgamo wants in on the action. It is G2 actualizing that potential in map 1.
I want to look across to G2 for a moment here. Last time they played this map back in Americas, they were one of the teams experimenting with the Yoru here. What do you make of that agent, Mini, as we do get into agent select here?
I do think it's generally quite underrated, especially on this map where a lot of Vice gets played. And I think on defense is strong, but it looks like they disagree with me. They're switching back to a Neon Phoenix comp
So
here.
2 new compositions here, both with the Phoenix in play, Billy.
Yeah, and I think that that's been proven to be such a great agent on this map, right? We're speaking about how Phoenix might be one of the pivotal agents when it comes to this event, but of course sticking with the Neon on the other side for Jorgamo, and then the Jet on No Man, which we've just been praising throughout this event so far. I don't know if you have a favored composition here though, Mini.
I like the Vice, so I'm going to go with G2 here, but very standard ascent it looks like for both teams. Not much to see from XLG, we've not seen on this map. G2, the only thing I got really is that they love to do the B main default on attack and finish B quite a lot. So whoever's holding that side of the map for XLG needs to be on point.
Brand new compositions on both sides of the field. We hop into map 2 of the series with Pansy and Hypop.
All right, well, I guess we're going somewhat into the unknown here, Mike. Yeah, we know G2 a little bit, but at this point, XLG, what do we make of this, Mike?
I mean, this is certainly going to be a bloodbath in terms of the approach here from both teams. I mean, Raga, an opportunity to really demonstrate that. Something we know he has. Again, confidence discussion for me, really applicable in this situation. Has to come out swinging in slower map 1 for him. With a chance here at least to go forwards, but kept it played for the time being, some chip damage done. G2 on a quick cancel there, though.
I think I'm still just waiting to see the best of Raga at international stages. It's something
You see glimmers.
You do.
Yeah.
You see moments, you see rounds, but it's like, I want to see a map. I want to see a series that we can pin that potential to, but again, Ascent can sometimes allow for that. It can unlock that capability. He's on an agent that could certainly be played to that extent. I'd love to see it. Now, G2 not completely changing their end goal of approach, looking like they still want to finish towards the safe side.
Oh, Raga doesn't get cleared.
I've asked for it, but it's only 1 in the end. Trent's still going to trade it out, but XLG have numbers here, keeping bodies on this side of the map, and they could do with a good start.
Yeah, I mean, Baby Bay able to get further forwards in mid. Tagged up, down to 40, but does get the kill. Trent now, probably waiting for a reset.
30 seconds
on the reveal. Lysor, 21 HP, No Man 26. Certainly still doable in a 2v3 here for G2.
You've got my attention. Happy Weight, the healthiest player standing currently in the right place, and certainly now at the right time. Catch on 1, catch on 2. XLG back on the board.
Another pistol posted here for them. They're certainly not able to springboard off that in map 1, but certainly what you want to see to kick off Ascent here. Is any hopes back here on G2's pick? Still a chance for G2 to actually win out some of these duels. Go further forwards, but XLG retain composure here. Two towards mid. If the start of round 2, again, you're hoping this round 2 is kept clean, considering what we just saw.
Oh, it becomes, you know, a necessity rather than just a want. Raga, good stuff. It needs to stay present in a lot of these engagements. Build towards that. Again, one of those things, you're playing Phoenix, it has to be done. Already respect enough given that you don't want to take a brawl towards trees, so they sit a little bit deeper, but it does give up some access towards the site. Already, No Man not really allowing too much play here. Jorgamo, Valen starting to build up a case. No Man again, still going to find Valen, they want to shut it down. It got very dangerous there. Another body dropping, I wouldn't be happy.
I mean, when you see G2 getting onto that trade, there's a chance, again, the weaponry is passed across. Able to once more apply further pressure, but
careful now.
Again, I mean, bonus conversion in map 1, certainly. XLG are aiming for here. Fairly well invested, but it's going to be Happy Weight and Leo down on just pistols. No benefit of an early ultimate.
Here.
Raga just at halfway. Could be a turn of pace actually for G2 on the way in. Jorgamo will catch the tag though.
Going to receive a little bit of attention over towards that deeper A push out. I quite like seeing this from XLG getting a bit active, right? Especially in this sort of round in a bonus. Already going to put Jorgamo on red alert, right? 10 HP, he's got to work with this now. They're playing deep on the B site. There's no man still looking for an opportunity. Utility still in play as well. See the temptation beckoning. Gorgeous from Leo, but right back at you from Jorgamo. 10 HP, apparently not a problem. So now do they pivot? Do they feel audacious enough to do it?
2 kills from Leo, absolutely beautiful.
And this is a bizarre battle, isn't it? Valen at this point finding Lysor over toward Tiles. Trying to get active to see if he can get out of this one.
He's going to get pinched though. See already. Jorgamo looking back towards mid.
10 HP though, do you take that risk?
He certainly does with a Spectre on the other side, but it's just one bullet that needs to connect. Jorgamo will stay put for the time being. XLG a million miles away from this.
Yeah, they're so far.
Yeah.
Here.
By the time they get back towards this side of the map, it feels like the time's going to be near on gone. Not able to kind of clear the corners diligently, have to take risks and gambles. And Babybay's pretty much your insurance policy towards this. He doesn't need to do too much. He's already got the time ticking faster. He's happy enough with this. It's got to be all in from XLG, and it has to be pixel perfect. Down to the second, down to the wire. Jorgamo's still down on 10 HP. Gonna fall. I said it has to be perfect. What in God's name is that? They walk back in with barely a second left.
I mean, they could not stop there in terms of the retake, and there's just nobody to cut any angle off here. I mean, the smoke almost benefiting here when it's Babybay left in a position where he can't swing out of this.
Oh.
Bit of a blunder here.
Massive blunder.
One enemy remaining.
So Babybay the one to stay on site, but look what he has to do to get back onto the spike. Round 3 converted once more.
They had no right to that, but I love that they still went for it. I thought they might have just
I
cancelled
thought they were
at some
going
point.
might keep them interested, make sure everybody dies.
Yep.
Force out a full repurchase, but
coming back in hungry. But we know that G2 can learn. They can adapt, they can adjust. That was the story of map 1. They started off not looking great. We already heard the desk kind of alluding to it. They weren't happy with that initial look. This time around, XLG, I think they've earned this one. They've earned this start. As G2 onto the Stingers and Sheriffs.
Cover going out.
Vested behind it though, still going to have some shields to play with too, so it's not just without any bite.
yeah, and the other thing is Leaf's ult as well. Certainly a chance to throw an extra body on the front lines. Trent at least probing towards B main. Going to set up on A though.
Yeah, it's tricky. You can't go into that late, it feels like. I say that, they'll probably just walk in the door anyway and it'll be fine, but
I mean, what does Leaf do with a stinger from there?
I guess that's the tough part. Normally this position feels really uncomfortable. Raga gonna have to now hold his nerve here. You can feel the tension mounting. Jorgamo scaling up through heaven. Gonna put No Man on the line, and already Lysor falls. So No Man has to get back here, puts his life and body there for it, leaving Raga with a chance, surrounded by mostly dead men, but until then, Valen still going to be in this fight. Going to go for the plant. Oh my God, that looked so close, but the plant's going to be there. XLG now on the back foot.
It's only one upgrade for Leaf, and Leaf will find both kills.
Stop snooping.
But G2 on the board here. Again, it looked completely impossible, especially with the ult being shut down so quickly, but actually, it's deeper position, ultimately XLG's demise. Great stun to get them up. Not even sure where that came from. Trent to find the headshot.
Shouldn't really doubt America's teams when they have stingers though, should I? I think
the age-old tale.
Yeah, especially G2, the way they work this. Incredibly diligent, but a buy still very much in hand for XLG. Operator coming in, Raga's still got that ult. Not really knocked off the ladder yet at all. So G2 need to double down now. Show me they got more of that.
Yeah, more of that, please. Forwards with a drone here. Nice will connect, at least, Babybay. Doesn't catch a glimpse of the operator, though. But look out, Diligent, the clear's a miss!
Oh, and it is a huge miss. Babybay's going to punish that all day long. Nomad is going to be kicking himself, but Leo's still on the case. Making sure no one can scale in too easy, but there is problems. He's not safe here at all. Raga going to get one, and then traded back out. That's fine, though. Was in the ult, and Leo not giving this up. They were hoping they didn't need to depend on Jorgamo to get re-involved, but
now he has to find the kill, yeah. TP into the back lines.
Okay, clean enough. No swing on that either, but Trent's fallen. Raga caught him trying to get closer to the spike left.
Jorgamo's just not got enough time here. Yeah, it's 40 seconds, but look at what he has to overcome, and Raga will find the third.
There he
XLG
is.
up to 4 now. Still, I mean, looking very confident in some of these situations. Certainly not rattled by map 1. Again, it's just
One enemy.
crazy to see G2 at least. I say a freebie, right? It's a missed op shot, so at that point it does become XLG that have to overcome the odds. They certainly deliver here. More ults starting to come online for G2, but Leaf going to throw a rifle in the mix here.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Leaf and Jorgamo to be the front line if they can be, but Jorgamo's still held up here. That ult now ticking away. Not got much for it.
Leaf just past halfway now. Trent went away from Hunter's Fury, but look where the operator's able to get to on the back of that initial pressure.
He's willing to play forward in this too, to an extent, right? Like he's going, looking. Ah, that's not good enough. OMEN really struggling there to make it count, and Babybay set up to succeed.
We can't get that operator though. Need a smoke or something. You can see actually the ping from Babybay, I believe. I'm going to clear out the space behind it.
Nowhere to run.
Drew invested.
Nice.
It's a good connection.
Oh, it's dreamy stuff, and Happyway making it look magical. As now Babybay does get the upgrade, but for what cost? It took a lot to get it. And Lysor waiting. Patience pays. Oh, it's just perfect. XLG in control. Give me a timeout, G2. They are floundering.
Steer looking way more comfortable in terms of where they can get themselves into in terms of positioning here. And again, a little bit audacious with the operator, but doesn't end up really biting them too much.
One enemy remaining.
Very proactive approach here
Beautiful though.
from XLG. Certainly, yeah, looking beautiful in some of these situations.
And this might be simplistic in approach. We are going to hear from G2 this round.
My ultimate's ready.
Ult coming in for Leaf, a couple of key tools to play with, but expectations already managed from XLG. Happyway sitting deep here.
Joke's over.
Be able to spam onto this angle. We get a chance to listen now with G2.
Above, behind that, under that trip. Yeah, we have. Rock trip.
Finding guys, we're good.
Break the camp. One out.
I have ult for spawn. I'm gonna ult spawn.
Hide with it. No smokes. Early. Everyone calm right now. They have no smokes. Look for
I'm gonna ult spawn,
spam.
guys.
B main flank. Go Trent. B main dead. Mark it in spawn. Spawn is at 80.
Stay on site.
Nice. Go, boy. Come on.
Hot dog.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
dog.
Fucking go.
And I think that highlights the impact of Babybay in those moments. Yes, dead at the very start, but again, such a calm influence, keeping that information, those dead comms being key there.
Even another situation where XLG could have run away with it,
Yes.
honestly. It's the recovery factor for G2. Only number 2, though. XLG not necessarily going to feel the pinch just yet in terms of the purchase. Get behind this, though. It's only a question of Blade Storm to offset that. Operator back in hand. Nomad needs to start seeing that value, though. He's been caught off guard a couple of times now.
Yeah, and
Still not shy.
No, happy to go for it again. How far does he go? That dash is gone. No man, you are in no man's land here at this point. And there is an army around this corner. There's a fine line of madness here, and he is dancing across it. And he gets away with his life. That is daylight robbery.
That is crazy to see him play that sort of round after getting shut down the way he has been. Bold maneuver here.
You've got to be fuming if you leave.
Yeah, because again, you wouldn't think they're going to prioritize or yes, going to be a very passive mid hold with OMEN not really finding the kills he's looked for. G2 stacked up outside B now though. HyperX in a similar position, different weaponry this time around. But camera here to identify the presence early enough.
Cage triggered.
They can run out through that smoke though.
But he's committing. He's actually going towards site here. He has faith in his setup, faith in the utility, and he's still got control. Maintaining this puts G2 in a corner. All three players locked on the site. It gets deadly now. Babybay, Trent, and Valen having to go against the numerical odds in a 3v5. Still got util, still got flashes. Valen getting kills though. G2 on out of the fight, holding the line well. Babybay goes out for a swing, but he falls. And there's the trade though, not without at least a trade. Can they find any more here? Trent and Valen need to work in almost perfect unison. Raga getting closer, paranoia there, Trent comes in, Valen can't make anything of it, it's all down to Trent now, 1v2, he's fallen! A little too little, a little too late. Defuse will be there as XLG playing this just right.
And you gotta credit HyperX here as well. Gets the freebie, ducks right back out of sight. I don't even think he took any damage as well. There's this opener. There's certainly no surprise to see a timeout after that sort of round.
Oh, Babybay the beacon.
One enemy.
Again, XLG just looking hyper-focused.
Whoever you are my favorite fan member so far. Were you like a paid viewer from Yinzu at that point? Like, I'm just saying, she's been bigging up the chance the whole time. But at 6-2, we take a moment here. The Coinbase win condition, because G2's got to find some. Maybe banking on the coaching here. It flipped map 1 for them. They need something similar now.
I mean, similar sort of start as well to this map. Scoreline not too different in that regard, but G2 certainly the ones that are under pressure now. Again, the finances in total disarray. They get the benefit of one back, but can't springboard off that at all. And ults certainly to be considered, but certainly not in this round. Leaf unable to really find the value just yet, other than well, that split towards A, but
yeah,
again, borderline miracle. They're able to get that one across the line.
You can't bank on those,
and
right?
it's only one of two they found. This one for me is XLG's opportunity to really twist the knife, stabilize here, get themselves a huge advantage.
Oh, it looks
the last
pacey.
3 rounds, yeah.
OMEN, another chance, and we said he was audacious before, but this is a really tough one if they continued at the pace, but they don't. All gathered, and they back away.
Yes, if slowing things down, it's, well, still a chance for the operators to find value, but tucked into A site this time around. It's just a bit of misdirection. Maybe XLG wanting these rounds to slow down a little bit, force G2 to explore the map.
Well, that's the thing. You look how deep contact's going to be. If they explore towards A, it's going to be once you kind of commit towards it. You're looking at B again, maybe off the cam, but first time you meet a player is going to be pretty fast. Still got that trip towards middle. Who's going to have to handle that one, or someone does, as they do decide to kind of pressure this B approach through mid, taking the pathway through market. Going to put XLG to the back of the site. Played by Boathouse. Slow and steady. They're at the door here, G2, but they got to stick the landing, and HyperX having none of it again. 2 individual. A little too sporadic in approach, and HyperX making light work of the lot of them. Leaf, last one standing. I've heard something about a singular Leaf, Mike. Let's see if it's true. A 1v3 now needed. With 23 seconds, the man is surrounded. He's got problems left. He's got problems right. And they ain't biting on that tap. Second time for asking. Paranoia here, dips away, 12 seconds. The time, his biggest enemy now, but the guns are at the door. And Leaf knows it. Trying to get a fair fight, and they're giving him nothing. They're giving him no quarter. It's beautiful from XLG.
Getting further demonstration of composure here. Able to forget map 1 comfortably. Up to 7 now. Again, they can't pin down HyperX or whoever it is towards B site to find that opener.
Yeah.
And there'd be a little bit of freedom behind it. Just remaining so active around this map. G2 really put to task. Trailing by 5. Leaf ultimate here, but again, we just haven't seen the value just yet. It's been around you want to. Try and recover the scoreline at the end of this.
Quite a shallow ult really coming in, trying to be really making as much noise as possible towards this B side of the map, but sees nothing. Again, they're playing so deep, they're not falling for these early attempts here, but now Raga on the case. Bye-bye, Jorgamo, bye-bye, Baby! He's dropping body after body. Raga now spins on a diamond, looks towards main, surrounded, but certainly not outgunned. Raga's got 3. He is holding the line. No man waiting if needed. But for now, it is the Raga show. Gonna be smoked off, another chance. Oh, he's playing with it now. And okay, now he's actually called upon. Raga still going! 4 kills! Are you there fast enough, Trent? You are! Maybe, just maybe, you can recover this round. But Leo unnoted. Trent with a guess. And that guess is right. He's found Leo now, but with 30 seconds.
30 seconds
Sova on Sova. Who's got the chops for it here? Trent gonna opt for the plant.
My ult is ready.
Just to try and avoid this out drone if he can. Does get tagged. Now the option's getting tough. Swing! And Leo absolutely pins him down.
Trent just trying to bait out here off the tag, but super sharp.
That was quick.
To find the headshot.
But Raga, man, what a round.
Turnaround here for him. Again, gets another flash off this, so he can just keep going.
Yeah.
It just snowballs.
And it felt like he was really close to getting the time to fight Trent. Like, it felt really close on that, but still.
Yeah, sigh of relief. Again, it's I keep coming back to the same thing. Looking so calm in the clutch in terms of some of these rounds that favor G2 in terms of probability. Actually, XLG to take him.
Oh my God. No man's taking some really wild chances.
But again, G2 shut it down.
But that's not your kind of bread and butter sort of Valorant, is it? Going wild and kind of making these mad choices.
You see him swinging out anti-flash here.
Again, though, Baby copping a boatload of damage there. Down to 33, right off rip. Not quite going to even things up, but it's certainly going to put him back on notice. And they are trying to really clear towards main. Going to trip the wall on that, but does it then play in HyperX? Is he up for the challenge now?
Noted a ton of damage done. Notably, Jorgamo and Baby.
They're being slippery though, Mike. Showing a little presence towards short, still holding some cards towards B. They're not overly kind of giving away the end game.
Ooh. Great catch onto Raga though. Puts Leo in a very, very tough spot now. Has to go forwards with the op. Baby to shut that down. TP to come through. HyperX now has to complement this.
I mean, Lysor, back of sight, you got me a 1v5. They are a little lower. Jorgamo going to pop the ult here, 89 HP, Lysor being chipped up. Tagged down and dealt with. G2 had to work that though. It felt that they took an entire tour of the map.
I mean, it would feel like nothing short of a miracle though to close this out 8-4.
Wouldn't it?
I mean, the way this has gone, it's just crazy.
It's the flash going in anti, that's crazy.
Heads up work from Leaf. We'll come into this with a Hunter's Fury TP for Valen. Certainly not in a terrible position in this round 12. Operator in hand for Baby as well, as contractual obligations take effect.
Yeah. Mini's been under the stage, actually. Just pulling out cables. He wants more time, but sadly it's been fixed already. So only a moment here, do not fear. We'll be diving back in, and you're right. 8-4 would feel like
I mean, with how this has gone, like,
yeah.
It's, again, expectations for Ascent, sure, thrown out of the window with how some of these rounds have gone. G2 really tested here. Be a relief for them to execute some of their defensive game plans, but they got the pressure of the scoreline.
Yeah.
And then the pistols to consider. The scoreline really has become a little more frustrating for them. Fury sent out proactively, but
Trent's the one who's got it.
Yeah, on the other side to fall.
Almost 1 for 1 on that. Raga going down, a bit of an issue as well, because he has been finding value here. We saw that round not long ago. Certainly caught our eye.
Leaf, one more for an ult as well. That would be a blessing in round 12.
Now, Valor might have noted a little bit of a fact finder invested towards A main there. It might kind of indicate they were looking to get active on the A side as well. So let's see if G2 can, I guess, adjust in time. Speaking of adjustment, Baby with a quick attempt and a quick death after that. No man going to get him. We're back down to 4v4, and they are going to pressure this point. They're going in. TP towards site. We're going to have Leo on the case.
They didn't even check.
Valen, how have you done that? Right in between all of them.
I know exactly where you
Yeah, all coming in, but what do they care? Leaf goes looking, doesn't quite get a target, but going to probably hear where they're adjusting. Information now free flowing, but it's G2 with the time on their side.
3v4, also has to find a freebie, you'd argue. HyperX trying to make the operator work here. Can G2 hold on?
Spam back, great spam back. Trent on the money with it. No man, yes, has made it out towards site, but these deeper angles might be the death of him. HyperX by his side. But 2 players on one side, 2 on the other. It's just insurmountable odds. And so does the scoreline feel at 8-4, G2 clawing back a reality, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, it's a miracle to get back to this stage. G2 fighting tooth and nail for some of these rounds, Lauren. Great display from XLG, though. Can they convert that into the second half is my question. We'll find out right after this break.
Here with G2's Jagamo. Jagamo, what would XLG want to do against you guys today?
I mean, they're pretty creative on their side, like setup. So I'm kind of guessing that they'll have a little more extra stuff that we didn't see yet, and I think we're just ready for that.
Okay, ready for the extra stuff. Here at XLG's Happy Way. Now, this is what Hivoya said. Toronto was a prank, Santiago was a warm-up, London is going to be the real deal for you guys. What's going to be different this time around?
我觉得侯雅说的这句话其实挺有道理的，因为我们圣地亚哥其实也是一个磨合嘛。我们Leo刚转指挥，然后第一次进大赛，然后在那边吸取了蛮多经验的，所以这次巴黎，这次伦敦，我们一定可以拿到很好的成绩的。
Okay, he said something funny. What did he say?
Yeah, he said, I definitely agree with Hoya since in Santiago, we just we didn't practice for so long, and Leo just changed his role into the IGL. So yeah, definitely coming into London, I feel like we can get a nice result.
All right, I'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.
Do we have faith, Mike? Do we believe this is going the distance, or the G2 once again can turn this back around?
A brutal first half to come back into. Like I said, did all the hard work there, G2. Trading by 4, yes, you go to arguably the favoured side. XLG certainly the ones, though, with the upper hand. Can they maintain this, though? Now, the pistol, like I said, you got to think back at what's happened so far in this series. great openers to these halves, but a fumbling map one in terms of the round 2 flip. Got to clean that up here on Ascent.
Yeah. The bar is there. XLG steady on approach. And G2 not really giving any early fights. The only one they could have had potentially was over towards A, but not fancying that. So eyeing up towards short. There's first contact. And OMEN doesn't really want to go that way. So regathering, 3-2 approach towards the B site, it looks like.
No catch through mid just
yet.
Jorgamo looking for it, but is that worse for wears there?
Yeah, Leaf is backside though with Trent, so this chip damage could be gorgeous. It is. Big reward there, but Leo's got some back. Leo's got more back, finding Trent as well. It's going to be on Leaf just on the back of the site now. He's got problems left and right. Leo, all 3. As Fallon and Baby Bay probably left a little dazed after this. Again, nothing looking like it's landing. It could be all 5. Leo lights it up with an ace.
Wow. What a way to kick off this second half. Beautiful conversion here. Leo doing all the heavy lifting. Jorgamo, like I said, that damage early on converted. The shock dart. Able to just follow through here. Can they right their wrongs? I believe it's a similar sort of investment back into a round 2 here, but XLG need to keep their head on a swivel here.
Yeah, you have to shut down any opportunities when you face G2. Look, we know they are a high caliber team. XLG need to stay buttoned up in this. Don't allow them to build back in. Keep players like Leaf kind of under the thumb a touch. And coming into this, the bye, reflective of the scenario for G2. Not given much quarter to play with.
Jorgamo will get a sound cue here, but has to respect it. So we want to challenge onto that angle. Raga very quickly onto it to try and convert. G2 effectively slowing things down though. XLG have a little space to play into. Is all but screwed here if he gets pinched.
Oh, it looks like that's about to happen, doesn't it? They seem very aware. Already Raga looking his way. No,
no way. No.
Valen, you're not meant to be able to do this, but it's allowed Jorgamo down, but he gets handled by Raga. That somewhat quelled that threat. Somewhat.
Leaf already tagged up here. Baby Bay down to 68. I mean, now it would take a miracle for them to flip round 2. Raga ready to flash behind this smoke.
Oh, that flash is foul, isn't it? And Happyway going to connect towards Baby Bay. Trent gives it up, and there we are.
Tick
4 standing.
In the box here for XLG.
I got a bit scared.
I mean,
bit scared.
Valen gets inside that cloud burst. Again, even just another half second to reset, maybe steady his aim with an upgrade.
Or if maybe someone else can maybe dive down at the same time, get in.
I mean, Jorgamo tried it.
Yeah, here it was.
Able to find this. Raga finding 2 crucial kills.
10 rounds is double digits. We could be going 3, Michael. Michael, it could be 3. Look, all roads lead to split. Any good game is always determined on split, is all I'm saying. So, I'm all aboard. I guess this is it's the first test. It's not even the big test. This is a bonus for XLG. If they get this one.
I mean, the big thing is, again, Raga's going to basically have Zolt to carry through from this, regardless of outcome. Certainly upper hand here for G2 in terms of inventory, but XLG still not shying away from a little bold in approach. Baby Bay effectively confirms there's no remember slipping through behind the wall. A bit of audacity on display here from Leaf. Maybe a paranoia to follow this up though.
Well, there's the paranoia.
Oh, it's not going to note him.
Huge. Leaf could be on for an absolute heater. Jorgamo as well. They're getting audacious, they're getting wild, they're feeling a little bit braver, a little bit bolder, but it's only a bonus. So don't get ahead of yourself just yet. But Leaf is going to do what he can to make sure this stays in check. but Happyway is right back at him. It's down to a 2v2 now. They've got options on the site. They're going to get the plant, and it is game back on here. Suddenly, we are all even.
Trent and Babybay left to try and recover once more. Both upgrades found, though.
But no utility on G2 left. This is all going to be the gun in hand, door shut. First indicator of where they reside. Lysor, highly disconnected from this, but checking deep, wants to make sure that he can come back around and support. Happyway playing towards Hell. And the time now starting to dwindle. Babybay, though, with a quick kill on Lysor, leaving Happyway all alone. But Stan!
Oh my God!
Happyway with the Red Bull clutch, giving them everything they needed.
A massive fumble from G2. Happyway gets away with daylight robbery on short here. Get the bait up from OMEN, and it just looks so easy for him. Pixel perfect to close as well.
So calm with it. Look at him.
11 posted by XLG. G2 yet to have a say in this second half.
Oh,
lots to digest in this timeout. That will rattle the G2 camp.
Of course it will. Of course it will. Again, at this point, I'm a little stunned. Don't get me wrong. I thought on map 1, okay, we're on for a real heater here. 7-13 in the end, you kind of get brought back down to reality, right? Like, okay, G2 meant for greatness, all of this, deep runs. That's where the issues normally would start, when you get deeper down in this. But okay, this is playoffs round 1. I thought, okay, a good matchup for them, maybe competitive, but here at 11-4, they can't put it together. They're being outclassed by XLG today, here on Ascent. And who knows where Split goes after this. It's not over yet. Sure, there's a chance, but the way XLG are playing, oof.
So the buy settles here. Not many opportunities, to be honest. G2 happy to at least concede here, but it creates a long pathway back into this map. Leaf, one away from the ult, a chance maybe to have a say. It looked like that short hold was going to favor them, especially with the drone, catching the near sight, not clearing that angle, but it's a Happyway just hand delivering the opportunity for XLG to convert once more. Certainly now the composure can be tested once more for XLG.
Yeah. And the thing is, this hasn't just been like a cheesy look, right? They've been playing good Valorant. They've been diligent in approach. They've been great all
G2
around.
getting caught off guard a number of times.
Completely. Rare.
Don't get those opportunities.
No, trying to get active in middle, but Raga then going to fight forward. Going to identify Trent and going to know at least one more in the form of Babybay. But by now, Leaf gets invested, gets involved. Happyway goes down. That's again that short presence. But does he even get out of this? No, he's surely dead. Takes a bit of a tag as well, going to at least try and do a bit of damage, but that's silver lining. He's gone down. Next corner. Are they just trying to punish them if they're not checking corners at this point? Jorgamo going to try and play him Valen? Yeah, okay, it's worked! It's ridiculous to get away with it, but Trent hot on their heels. Playing behind again, similar duo! But they've got a great shot on Raga. Down to a 2v2 again. We've been here before. This time the outcome feeling somewhat similar. Trent left with it all to do.
Lysor tagged up, but he's able to slip away. Do have a reveal, but again, XLG total control of this situation.
So
and actually posted up to greet Trent out of this smoke.
Yeah, playing that kind of 1v2 situation for themselves with such confidence here. Lined up. It's a firing squad, and it is 12 for XLG, keeping G2 absolutely distraught in this. They have nothing, 4 rounds. And this has felt like a powerhouse performance from XLG here on Ascent.
One enemy remaining.
Again, for me, there's still an opportunity at least to go forwards and fight here alongside Leaf. I think they just give him up. Rely on that setup on Switch, really delivering, but...
Checked out.
Tough now, Jorgamo will throw an op in the mix. Hunter's Fury and Neural Theft available for XLG. To convert here and take us to split, Lauren.
And it's a scary thing if they can humanize G2 now. They have learned the hard way in their previous times meeting. In Toronto and Santiago, they haven't been able to get the map from them. Suddenly they do it now. Could you imagine what that could do for split? We wait and see if it can be done here and now. 1 minute 10 to figure it out. Leo clearing the corners. They've had to learn the hard way to do that, but they've learned it. Raga again, taking a similar walk this time with his teammates by his side. Leaf put to test, eats the flash. Gonna have to fall off, this pops the ult. Leaf once in, gonna catch one. That's Lysol gone, follow up! Leaf, big round! No man gonna send him back now, tries to get the spike back and maybe still give them a shot at this.
Oh! Get back onto the angle, but Jorgamo will fall.
But Leaf's still got another, he's on 3. Hell, he could ace this, but Leo and No Man, can they shut it down now? No Man on 3 himself. And again, it's Trent and Babybay to potentially face the music. XLG could be breaking the curse here. Finally getting a map away from G2. And Trent is all that stands in their way. Leo and No Man want this map done. With 7 bullets and a prayer, Trent moves forward. Time ticking! XLG! Taking the map from G2, pushing us to a 3rd, and finally breaking that trend.
Now let's take a look at where we're heading for Agent Select Map 3 here on the cards. Shilai going to this double duelist composition and G2 on the other side. This is one of those comps that you were talking about liking, Minnie, with the Vice, with that more controlled style.
Yeah, I generally like it. Split is a slightly strange one, but I think that it's been working really well in Americas, having this Vice to try and counter the double duelist. It hasn't always worked, and the key agent for me is this Waylay if Raga locks it in. The Waylay can dash in past that util, maybe go for a frag past the Vice util, and if they're in trouble, go right back. So I think there's a soft counter in the Waylay versus the Vice, and I think it'll be very interesting to see if the coaches have set up Raga with some of this theory.
Interesting, because usually we would see the No Man on the Waylay, and now we're seeing him move over to the Raze and Raga onto the Waylay. I think that's interesting for me, because when I'm thinking about how much nuisance No Man was with the snipers in that last map, doing it on a Raze is a little bit different in comparison to someone like the Waylay here.
I think one thing I want to see from XLG is taking B main control. G2 like to use their Raze nades, their seizes, their Vice Thorns towards middle, and then B main is completely open, ready to be taken from XLG. There's a lot of information to be gathered there from XLG, and it will inform their rotations really well on this map.
XLG got their first map win just now against G2. Ahead of this tournament, they'd only ever won a single map globally. But now the task to do one more, try and upset this G2 squad. We find out if a second Chinese team can do it into split with Pansy and HyperX.
Oh, could you imagine? Twice in one day. The Chinese region having 2 teams to back like this. And again, G2, by all accounts to this point, as highlighted by the desk, have had the upper hand every time they've met.
And I think as well, this is just a display of complacency in certain parts. I mean, Minnie kind of touching on some of the things I was talking about.
I mean, he was harsh, which I'm glad to hear.
But that's the struggle with G2. It's like if that cockiness becomes their demise, now they're under pressure, and again, we always talk about the resilience of this roster, but you've not got those rounds where G2 can get on their feet and really get behind themselves. I'm worried. I'm very worried.
You and me both, but I'm kind of all for it, I guess.
Ever the optimist.
Look, I'm always down for an upset. Like, I like G2. I think they're a great team, but they have such a curse on their capability to do deep runs. I just didn't think it would start now. But it's only been one map, but it's what we saw on Ascent. It was those initial issues on Lotus. When you put all of that together, it paints a condemning picture. However, they can clean the canvas in my mind. XLG, the question is, can they do it again? Is there repetition?
Can they maintain? Yes. You always want to be the one to force a third, but in that sort of fashion. G2, what he said, put to task once more. No bite initially here in the pistol, but it's been all XLG in terms of the opening few rounds.
Yeah.
So far in this series.
Toxins going up.
Catch on the flash here will confirm presence.
Right place for XLG to have the 3 players too. So they'll be happy enough with that. 35 seconds as well. G2 leaving this quite late.
I'm telling you,
the paranoia on contact. If they're going to commit, yes, they will, I think. But Trent's going to catch Raga kind of on that later wrap back through. But there's still 2 players here. One of them being Leo. They should already expect it. That flash came out earlier from somewhere. They're going to know of one. They don't know about Lysor, but his name's to the feet, so they certainly know now. It's going to be another pistol round.
I mean, you look at the timing here. And again, I noted the util, but they even wait for the snake bite to come through. Talking about XLG being the ones to hesitate repeatedly. G2 find the opener. They are able to actually sidestep here. And immediately, XLG set the tone once more.
My. And this is when it brings in that second map as well, because it feels like a continuation. It doesn't feel like you've stepped into a brand new map where you can rewrite the script a little bit. Here, it starts to feel all the same.
I mean, if it's a continuation, yeah. Said we're still asking for that adjustment.
They're ahead of this. Oh, but he's still got the damage. Happy way with 3. Valen, it's going to be a formality at this point. Leaf is fantastic, not that good. XLG, they look locked in, Mike. They look confident. They've got a nice little approach to it, cool, calm, and collected.
We're just happy to just hold down Mouse One here.
I thought they beat it a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like there is a chance to get ahead of it, but nothing to write home about in round 2. Dare I say it, poised for another bonus conversion.
Could you imagine? That's got to be the first nail in the coffin, right? You get that?
Looking here. You're going to maintain most of the bite. Certainly a chance for an operator to follow regardless, if they see fit. Real progress in terms of ults for G2 to rely on early into split. Again, just a receptive start here. They might just gather up towards mid. Still 3 members of XLG to command this space for the time being.
This could be another late round. I mean, they are stacked up now towards middle. I guess you've still got Leaf off on the extremity. That's going to be no surprises. But 50 seconds, they haven't really started to build too much. The flash going to confirm that no one's there. You can't have full faith in it, but you can put a little bit of stock behind it. Still got 3 players present. Going late into bonuses. Again, this is, I'm getting concerned. We're battling in middle against ghosts here.
And kept in check. Well, the Snakebite Raga going to be able to slow things down as well. Does back away off the Prowler.
Okay, that's big. That's the first real win they've got. It's taken down this long. 30 seconds. They're walking blind into a site. No split through main just yet. Smoke going to fade. Now it's a 3 fight on the pillar. Back in we go. Jorgamo and Trent in unison doing some work. Finally, they get some stability, but it felt shaky.
Certainly doesn't. Still confidence. You're no man. Chance to do damage here. Secondary objective. Catch here off the dog.
Leaf is down low, so.
Still looking this way. Just misses Leaf, though.
I mean, it is Leaf. It's one of those players that you'll have to always keep present.
Always elusive.
Yeah. So for now, the timing fantastic from him. That internal clock absolutely perfect to the second. Feel like you could set your watch by him.
Trying to box him in, though. Can remove some of these rifles.
I mean, that's
as
lovely
good
outcome.
as good a start as converting this bonus.
Last player standing.
And there we go. Well, that's the first hurdle to at least keep the weaponry. The awareness, but going to be beaten to the punch on this. And now OMEN really wants to just buy time if he can. Can he keep him pinned and do anything further? No, but he does get the upgrade, so he won't be punished too harshly coming back in.
Can they stabilize off one?
Yeah.
And playing at a deficit has not suited them. Seen that same sort of bravado that usually bails them out in some of those situations. It's been all XLG coming out of Ascent. Talking about halfway, Valen and Trent alongside that. I'd say opportunity to get a scope in hand, and Raga certainly happy to do so. Side, I mean, Happy Way not too far away from a pit, and the TP for Lysor, but won't be available here to start round 4.
I'd quite like to see Raga get going on this, because he was actually great in map 2 as well. He actually found so much more value than we've seen in some of their previous series. So if that unlocks him, cool. We know the G2 do have resilience. So again, I think my concern was even in that last round, it being a bonus and how late it felt. They were walking a little bit, I guess, unawares in towards B if it could have maybe had more presence, but they felt as though they'd done enough. We'll check on Leo here. And it's once again Leaf on a singular mission up middle. The rest kind of changing things up. 4-play stack over towards that B main side.
Looking to at least provide some support.
Oh, it's going to be tough. They're already ahead of the
in here, yeah. Lysor missed the timing a little bit, but Paranoia will slow them down. He does get the kill onto Jorg. He gets a second as well.
Oh, it could have been a third too. Valent's barely alive. Left on 21, they had to run away with a tail between their legs. It looked too direct, a little too simple to hope for that, but I thought they beat the timing on the smoke.
Speaking of timing, 20 seconds. I mean, look at the minimap right now. They're giving this up.
Oh, they look flat, Mike. I'm worried. That was what? That was pretty much Lysor, you know, good utility work, nice timing.
And he misses the timing as well.
Exactly. He comes back around and actually catches a benefit off it in the exit. Thought that he was actually on a bit of a problem there, but G2, I need to see you look better than this. You were tipped to be top 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever you want to put them. You could argue, yes, HyperX may be the team to beat, but G2 was in that conversation again. They cannot be looking like this.
So I just come back to the vibe down on the stage as well. Beautiful control here from Lysor. There's nobody able to scale forwards off this.
I almost want to have a listen in with G2 to a degree on some rounds to hear the kind of environment, because we've kind of said it before. They came in, kind of gave them that little extra boost. You got that confidence.
Listening to one of the timeouts as well. Like,
mate,
what is being discussed? Certainly the ones on Ascent where
cover going out.
Look, so flat coming out of it as well. Raga now starting to take some liberties in terms of this space. And confidence a question for him, but certainly a 13-4 on Ascent.
That'll help.
He'll have the wind in his sails.
Poison's off.
To at least be present. In here, able to control side of the map for the time being. Actually, we left on an island here. Leo, a pivot towards mid.
Okay, again, similar look, but this time a bit faster, about a minute, but no further commitment behind it. And now not feeling any pressure towards B. We're not seeing anything on that side. This should keep Raga very drilled on this line.
Defensive protocol's looking fantastic from XLG so far.
Yeah, the timing's good. Leo, obviously, no more flashes here, so Raga is going to be just on the line itself. There's the follow-up, but good spacing for Leo to swing off that kind of contact play. There's Raga, back in the fight. Now the only one on the site, though, has the help coming in from Lysor already. Paranoia sent in to slow down the roll. No more springboard on this. 30 seconds, they pivot up towards heaven. And Happy Way waiting, gets one, but trades his life. 25 seconds, 2 of them are on the run.
Look at OMEN, though.
You don't win against him.
All of the space outside of B main.
That is a checkmate position by all accounts, but he goes back in towards Pillar.
You can hear it now.
There it is. Call should be made. Still 2 satchels, 10 seconds. Swing and miss!
Fumbles!
Baby Bay gives him a lifeline.
He just has to play time there.
Oh!
What? The cancelled!
No,
the satchel!
No way! No way!
He's got it!
Oh. I can't take it, man. I can't take it. That would have been something unthinkable, but we're back in a 2v2. Plant in play. Given a new lease at life. A miracle gifted. Baby Bay not going to let that one go now. Raga. 1 left and 1 right. How you splitting this fight? Going to spot out Trent first. 8 bullets. Oh.
I mean, when it's all said and done, those aren't the rounds you want to see from G2.
That was so fortunate that satchel wasn't. I mean, it's less than a second away, it feels like.
10 seconds left.
This is just...
Look at it.
One of the wildest situations.
One enemy. Last player standing.
Yeah, fair criticism. Can let this play out another couple of seconds, but so much at stake here.
I'm not good yet. I'm not good yet.
I mean, I come back to it. You're not sold by a round like that. It's not like, yeah, cool. G2 back in control.
They've been given a gift from the gods there to even get away with that. You could argue maybe no man could have played it differently. You could argue a whole lot of things, but as it stands, defined by a satchel and a second. And the scoreline at 3-2. A buy still in play. A couple of ults coming through now are getting much closer for G2. Raga needs to activate a little bit on these deeper lines if they want to kind of keep him as a determining factor.
Is what you want to see him doing, though.
I agree.
Had the freedom in a few rounds. Maybe even close enough to hear a step or two there, but doesn't look like he's calling a rotation in. That's another miss, though.
Nice and slow.
Early indicator. But look at the gap on the minimap. G2 are going to expect a second player here for sure.
Yeah, luckily they've been conditioned by this point to expect it, which is a fair call. Happyway's in a real predicament. Does he fight? Oh, and he does! Oh my god, and Leo's dived in as well. Hold on. But luckily, Babybait's cleared Raga, so the site is actually open for business. Jorgamo going to deny Happyway any further chances.
30 seconds left.
Snowman and Lysor have been traditionally the B players, but look who slipped through towards A site. I don't know if they know that Lysor's here.
Showstopper popped here.
Hold your breath, is all I'm saying here. Hold your breath. There was a chance. Slim as it may have been, he took down one, so he gives no man a 1v2.
Spike planted.
Still got Util to play with.
They've got no idea. He's seen Jaw. He's absolutely seen him. Oh, but what a swing! Brilliantly handled in the end. Bold, but G2, it is clutching at straws, but it's working.
These aren't confidence builders, though. Such fine margins to find these conversions. I mean, it's just an absolute bloodbath for G2 to even get themselves towards the site.
I need to see Raga activate, though.
Yeah,
because
a couple of opportunities. Like I said, it's what you want to see from him, looking to really take control of this space and really command a heavier lean towards mid and towards B, but you need to see him find one or two.
And that's
absolutely
my Coinbase win condition here, is that Raga activates, because otherwise they can just disrespect it, right? It becomes a little bit less of a threat, it becomes something you can deal with later. So it's not necessarily the numerical value, but he needs to be able to kind of go pound for pound at this point, because if they're starting to feel that there's room there to work, they will do. So again,
I mean, G2 are the sort of team that if you're not finding these picks, they will disrespect that.
Yes.
They know a player's off. They're happy to feed into that. As I said, they have tied things up here, forced a timeout. XLG to consider their approach here and put back down to odds and ends in terms of the buy. And ults-wise, not really anything to rely on just yet.
But I'm also quite glad to see a timeout at this point as well for the XLG side to make sure the momentum doesn't get completely taken out of their hands, because as much as we can look at this game and go, God, those rounds were close, you can't bank on them. When you're losing the rounds, you're losing the rounds, right? It still feels like, God, we can't catch a break here, so it's good to check back in.
I'll even say I'm not actually worried about XLG yet. Like, if you look at expectations coming into this series, the fact that we're 3-3 and some of these rounds are just wild, that G2 are getting across the line. Nearly a fight out. That's the boom bot here, but smoke to go up. Raga will be tested once more. Exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, especially in a round like this, right? The stakes are a little bit lower. They know they're on a lighter purchase. Keep compounding that problem. If they feel that Raga doesn't have the chops for the big stage, right? He hasn't got that capability to kind of lock it down and then build himself back. You're going to keep doing this. So again, another issue for him to overcome, but neither here nor there. Baby just needs to make sure he doesn't get overwhelmed here. There's a lot of players on the other side. He's been solid as a rock, honestly. One of those that looks unaffected by potentially the downswing or issues that were presented earlier.
G2 not moving forward just yet. Happy to maybe find another. It's a trade here for Happyway. Should spur things on towards 8. Leo considered the possibility. Slip in the smoke, but more strong G2 will find the plant.
Spike planted.
Very little to say here for XLG.
Yeah, not even really in a position to be able to kind of deny much or kind of subvert expectations here, so really looking to just do what they can. 2 on site. Happy Way gonna make it at least potentially uncomfortable for Jorgamo and Trent.
Last player
Leo looking to try and help that. Not gonna be. Trent and Jorg, perfectly fine. Lead now taken back by G2.
What feels like a lifetime in the making for G2. Have a slight advantage here. I mean, Seeker's in hand for XLG, but Trent and Valen opportunity here to be fairly decisive with their ultimates. Again, XLG still up against the ropes in terms of the finances as well. Loss bonus to consider, sure, but I mean, yeah, No Man or Raga maybe an ult to offset that. Operator back in hand, immediately where my eyes are drawn to. Switch up here for him, over towards mid. Maybe something discussed here in that timeout.
Again, he needs some of these to work here. And Jorgamo's going to pressure this point, take the space off the back of that missed shot. Ooh, easy.
All he could see was his head. How is Happy Way not dead?
That's a good question. But a little bit of a pause now from G2, just freezing for a second. Going to see if there's an overpeak. It's like a re-peak from Raga. He's just not felt threatening now.
It's when you come back to some of those interviews and you think it's just going to be so tough for him to believe in himself in some of these situations. Absolutely. That's what XLG need.
I feel he's just going to get timed on
fight
this.
your fear.
It's Sophie's choice. You look left. There we go. Already going to get the ball rolling, but he can't get away from it. Trying to help out the others and didn't fight forward. Looks like a panicked approach as Leaf on the punish. Great from Happy Way, though. Maybe just offsetting the scale up on the site, and Lysor again looks dominant. Valen's going to need a miracle, and they ain't happening now. Happy Way holds down the B site.
Beautiful cleanup. And Raga, show he can still be selfless here in this sort of situation.
Fear.
Happy Way, a crucial kill onto Leaf. This is one that really throws this B-side hold into question. He's dealt with so early that then, I mean, Lysor can just solidify this position.
Let's go!
So at least seeing confidence on one side of the stage.
And that's great, though, because it alleviates some of the pressure from maybe Raga, if he's got the other guys kind of stepping up to the plate here. But you can see what G2 want to do. They want to abuse this point, but already a switch up. They've got a new man on the case, No Man, now controlling over towards ramp a little bit deeper, playing kind of towards heaven on that Rafter's side. Leo sending a flash, confirm attendance, going to hear the Prowler. They know what's happening. Going to pull over rotation. Happy Way won't be the first time he's towards events. It's time ahead of it.
The timing here on the wall as well.
I'm going to respect it.
Forced back.
Yeah.
I want to fall short here. Again, GT can't scale forwards off that initial pressure.
No, but Happy Way's got to be really careful to not fall in this, because that's what G2 want. They want an overfight. They want someone to peek into this, get a bit more play. But your back's starting to feel like it's against the wall for XLG.
A little bit of a misread, though, with the rotation coming through from Happy Way. I mean, look at Raga's position. He's been there for the last 30 seconds.
And they're hearing these Prowlers go, man. They're hearing all of this. There's no way they get away with the same corner again. There is no way, right? There is no chance in hell you get away with it again. Baby Bay too smart for that. Not going to fall for it again. So the plant's next up, and Valen going to punish any sort of trickery here, and a misread.
I mean, they're playing towards a pivot into vents. Like I said, and this is one of those situations where it's like Raga doesn't need a kill, right? His position basically pieces together what XLG should be doing. Maybe another sign of hesitation. Happy Way just like second guessing himself almost.
Yeah, it's strange to go for such a long rotation back around with no indicators. As you said, you had Raga there. What issues were you expecting? Do you think they were going to back away from this? Maybe go back towards middle?
I mean, it requires your site anchors to just go nuclear.
Yeah, right.
Because you know there's no mid lurk. It's not, at least it's not present yet. Raga's behind boxes. You know you've got no threat coming from vents, so it's like a G2 going to be set 3-2 on like each extremity.
Yeah.
You've had no bite on B main whatsoever.
Yeah, just I think we can chalk that one up to misread.
Yeah, a slight misread that just looks dominant for G2.
Oh, it's lovely for G2. God, what a dreamy outcome to get them back up to 5, right? This is huge for them. And I do have to give credit to Baby Bay, because like Joy, you saw it there. He even did kind of like pre-fire just to that copy again. But Baby Bay really making sure. So at 5-4, buy still there for G2. XLG's looking a little bit lighter. We do see that there is a Bulldog for OMEN.
Where does the operator head this time? Back over towards ramp. This hasn't been a death funnel.
No.
Wide open for the taking for G2. Showstopper at least a hand now for XLG.
Pacey, G2 gonna shift gear here, looking to take over Mail, and they've done that. But then, where do we go from this point? We've seen kind of explosive hits through Heaven. Haven't really seen them pivot much through Vent, to be fair. That hasn't been something on the card, so actually gonna backpedal from this, gonna prop up Leaf, leave him to his own devices.
I mean, usually you'd be talking about late round walking into an op, but G2 certainly not gonna be worried about that. Happy to do so once more. Confirmation here.
I don't know if he saw Leaf, he might have then. Yeah, well, it feels like he Stop it!
Well, it definitely didn't see him then.
But Raga's got Jorgamo, so they're not having the same sort of ease towards the site itself, but Leaf's an issue. Baby Bay's fallen, but Leaf's still standing, still doing damage, still dropping bodies! 3 to his name! So Leo fights forward, and now they have to turn tail and run. Leaf looking to secure some more space, but he actually stops.
He's got a pit as well, though.
He's gonna invest the pit instead. That was his choice here, but look at Happyway hot on Raga hot on their heels. Oh, got him! Just goes wild for it! Leaf found, hops up, loses his life, a little overheat on that moment, didn't need it. And now Leo's dropped down. Trent again, left on the pillar here. Commits left, but he doesn't know that Leo's already down. Turn and face this one, Leo's got him! Raga with an outstanding find on Leaf. Leaf going above all expectation. What a wild round.
He's caught off guard by the timing here. Expecting a very different swing. I mean, for a second out ticket, yeah, they must have seen a mini-map ping or something. The Showstopper thrown out on a whim.
God, he's good.
But it's this kill again. I mean, he's not been good for it, but what a crucial one to find. Jorgamo earlier in the round, and this one to remove the pit.
That was nuts.
Still neck and neck here on split.
Okay, Jorgamo's got Showstopper. Do they just... The approach
we haven't seen G2 look towards early brute forcing anything just yet.
No.
They're still so cautious about their approach. I mean, it puts it into perspective, right? Even with things like Raga maybe not commanding as much in the early round.
Look at that B. Oh. Okay. B main's also a problem. There's a little bit of a trap set up there, but Happyway's the one still under pressure. You can see the position here. This is something new. Jorgamo gonna try and crack open this B site, but he's got issues. Rocket sent straight to the pocket of OMEN, but Lysor is still a factor. He's been monstrous at holding this. G2 have to be aware. He's taking such a gamble here. He's getting away. Leaf, turn around! He's got to have known. Lost in the sauce at this point. Baby Bay and Valen gonna have to dig deep on this one. Raga and Leo, and look who's already patrolling, already prowling. Raga!
Well, they'll take them all day long. Another cleanup here. XLG up to 6. G2 have to see how the buy will settle here for round 12.
Yeah. Oh man, that leaves a sour taste in your mouth if you're G2 as well. Clawing back into the game, but just at that final hurdle.
They had so much freedom in some of these situations in this first half. Lysor again to apply just enough pressure.
God almighty, we are at 6-5. XLG in the lead on the third map here. Playoffs are proving to be somewhat of a bit of a beast so far, haven't they? And it's a broken purchase for G2, but again, a capable team in these scenarios, able to make it work with much less. But certainly no easy task now.
No challenge onto Raga here. Same situation again, kept probably in check towards ramp, considering those earlier rounds. And certainly here, I mean, a divide to play with for Valorant. And a pivot much earlier for G2. Investment comes through. That's when they'll know. Leo playing ahead of this for the time being.
Yeah, dipping in and out, not really wanting to back away. The confidence is sky high. And Raga's already repositioned, playing towards the site itself. Slices down Jorgamo. Happy way in on the action. It is magic for XLG. As Leaf and Baby Bay feel like they've got no options here. ISO still controlling this space. You've still got no man on the other side. Baby Bay looking to give them something, a way in. Everybody's seen, and they are dead and gone. 7-5, an unthinkable score at the start of the day in this third map, Mike. I can't believe what we're seeing.
I mean, XLG is fighting with such resilience here, even with some of the negatives, to come out with an advantage here. Big win out for XLG.
This is everything. The crowd believing it here in London. And there's a real chance we have an upset on our hands. Seven to 5. Map 3. XLG coming in as the underdogs. We know their history against G2. They hadn't made it past 11 rounds. Sum total, the last times they met. They've faced the defeat time and time again against G2. And G2 thinking, hey, they had the best opponent to start with. An easy warm-up, a comfortable way in. And what a hell of a surprise they've got now.
This was like the comfort zone, right? We talk about obviously stepping into a master stage, having a familiar opponent to face off with. It's just not gone that way at all. And I come back to it, G2 just looking rattled in some of these situations where usually they come out on top. Sure, a few clutches going their way, but another advantage scoreline for XLG. And they've had fantastic starts for these halves.
Exceptional starts. And if it goes that way, I think we're all paying attention. World is watching now as XLG have the chance to put G2 instantly on the back foot. Now, obviously on the attack, they have to prove they can best what G2 have done.
Well, unfortunately, I mean, there's further scrutiny now on Raga to really deliver here.
Start to heat up at the end there. Let's see how he fares this time. Nice scaling, a powerful punch towards the site and a great trade for Happy Way. Valen couldn't do much more. Kind of put under the pressure instantly. Jorgamo, Leaf and Trent trying to find ways back in. They've only got Heaven really available for now. Waiting a second further for Leaf to make it towards that CT side. Leo going to be noted. Can't be put
Still
down.
gets it!
He's still standing! Trent can't believe his eyes at this point. He's still got 3 to clear and they're healthy. They're sitting high on the HP. He's hoping someone gives him a chance and overstep, and they're giving him nothing. No quarter today! XLG with another pistol to their name.
I mean, stacking these pistols up. G2 again trailing, but just can't find these openers. Beautiful bait and switch here off Raga. Man, happy to open this up. Even the near sight. Jorgamo, you see the frustration. Just can't pin down that kill. See, light investment, I mean, round 2 flip. found previously, but it certainly doesn't feel as if the momentum swings that way once more. Well invested here for XLG. And another that G2 don't go forwards. They don't want to be proactive with this lesser purchase. XLG looking to get lay of the land. Space to play into here in mid. Certainly behind the reveal as well. Leo very diligent with his clearance. We'll catch a glimpse as well up towards heaven. Very tense here.
Yeah.
The culmination of this series. XLG I mean, probably scratching their heads in this situation. G2 are so passive here. Raga running away with this space.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay.
Baby finds that kill.
30 seconds. G2 with a chance in this.
30 seconds
They can't let it slip. Don't get given many of these, as we note by the scoreline, but no man wants to make sure that pathway is safe. Done enough with 20 seconds. Plant should be up next. They need to make sure they don't get flooded on this, though. G2 readying themselves. The plant is in play. Another smoke for Lysor if needed. And there it goes. Keeps that heaven space harder to work from, but Leaf has the upgrade here. Bulldog in hand.
It's two Spectres to really shine in close quarters.
Time to dig your heels in, G2. If you want this, this is the round that you try and make something happen now. Given a gift, given a chance, and given an opportunity! And left in tatters, Trent falls! XLG, round by round!
Just when you think there's a chance.
It was right there.
Yeah, XLG clean up another. 8 found. G2 on the back foot once more.
Put it in the highlight reel, hell.
Buy will come back in for sure, but and the scoreline just beckoning. Team XLG very frugal in the follow-up purchase.
Oh, they're pacing. They are quick to business. Pulling no punches here, keeping it simple.
Sights wide open.
It's the right read, a great call. Whether they know it or not, it was a stack up towards heaven, up towards ramp, but a catch from Leaf. Keeps Happyway in check, and the rest of XLG boxed in towards sight.
Saw in a tricky spot here to deal with. He could farm.
Really nasty. Unchecked, unnoted. Now certainly revealed, but how much can one man do? Not enough. Gonna fall in the end to Trent, who are keeping this. A man to the good. Again, this is the bonus.
We'll catch them.
Leo. Frenzy, hard to make work. Stingers, they've got to play these close corners. And Jorgamo wants to get this one started. No man away.
The stick's coming through.
Can they deny? Swing, it's a miss. G2 clutching onto this one. Thin margins now.
Only thing missing there is the play back into heaven for that plant. Just when they get it, G2 find the crucial kills on site. I mean, it's a real shame Lysor can't find another one here. It's certainly slowed things down.
One enemy remaining.
Trent still looking composed.
There he is. They could do with a couple of those rounds, though, as well. Some confidence builders to get them back feeling that this game is a possibility. This is the real deal, though. This is the serious one. This is the scary one. Out of the bonus and into the buy. We go through now. Early pre-fire on the corner, doesn't find much. And they once again direct their attention towards A.
Faith in this retake. Have to be tested once more. XLG with a very quick plant. Again, keep your eyes on the play into heaven. That's the plan B for this post. Over a million miles behind the curve. But keeping control of CT.
Really putting late pressure and presence towards that deeper side of ramp as well. Look at the two players very disconnected from this. Baby, good catch on Raga. Leaf hoping he's got some safety to play from, but to his right, there's still an issue. There's still a man down there. Baby clears Leo. G2 starting to build back towards sight. No man in. All comes out denied. 1v2. Happyway needs to go wild here. Baby Bay is on the case, on duty. Leaf on the defuse. He's not going to let this
He's not
slip.
gonna get it.
Surely, Leaf steals it away. G2, not down, not dead yet.
Baby Bay finding everything G2 need here. Keeping control of this space. Follows up as well, but then it's Lysor here with this late play into vents.
Heroics from Baby Bay here.
Nice! Come on! Let's go!
They need him in these moments as well. Someone to ignite that faith that feels like it's been lacking. Getting the boys back up on their feet. They've broken the buy. It's the first step now. Cannot afford to lose a round to a purchase like this, though. I'm surprised that I'm talking about XLG like they're the favored team here. History dictating other. But today they are making a real case for it. However, simplistic in approach. Again, very direct. Raga. No
way!
Not again! This is heartbreak in motion! Leaf and Jorgamo barely able to get into the round!
Spike planted.
And now a 2v5. What can they get done, if anything? Seekers to go out here. Happy Way swings on. Leaf will fall. Jorgamo has to head for the hills. XLG with a clean sweep of the B site here. Just when you think G2 have done what's necessary, it's snatched away from them. Lost for words, Lauren.
There's got to be a timeout coming, surely, for G2 after this one. There has to be something. Jorgamo being hunted down here. He'd like to just keep a rifle if he could. But the walls are getting closer. Trying to hold it. But you can see it, the Mastercard Thrifty, a wild outcome here. We said it was such a necessity for G2. But alas,
how did Raga get the kill? I mean, we're looking at this thing at 2K, but...
Oh! Man, if he starts hitting, Mike, he's on 8 to 10. He's not even positive. But that sort of impact is critical, is essential. And it's getting really tense for G2. Leaf knows it, we know it, the arena already knows it as well. A broken buy.
Digits.
It's 10.
Pit here invested over towards mid, but again, XLG have been fairly one-dimensional in terms of their approach. You get a catch here, Valen is dead, he's done.
There's nothing you can do here. There's no way out. No man makes sure of it. And Baby Bay, he's been doing so well. He's been digging so deep for this team, but you can't keep asking the same question over and over again of him. You can't expect him to keep bailing them out. We need more. G2 needs more. And XLG, hell, they're kicking them while they're down. Make it hurt. Make this stage your own. Jorgamo's got 4 players to drop. Plant coming through. He's done for. It's 11, man. This is something you rarely see. He's up, he's having a game, and he's letting them know. There's the timeout.
What a display from XLG here. And history almost dictating this one, but overcoming the odds.
I have the spike. Reloading.
A taste of their own medicine here.
This is what it's about, man. This is the stuff. G2, look, how many times we say, look, they've got depth, they've got capability, they can bring it back, they've got that wherewithal.
I come back to it. We've not seen any of that, though, in the last 2 maps. I said that usually the win conditions, you talk about the resilience, the pedigree, and...
all of those lovely words we use.
It's just, it's lacking on so many fronts today. And I don't want that to take away from XLG. Their performance here, but usually the things that get G2 back into maps, back into a series, just missing. It's a massive concern here. Trailing by 4. Olds to play with Shaw, Baby Bay, Trent, Valen. Jorgamo missing one for a showstopper to boot. but there's been no pendulum swing. We've had an anomaly here and there, it feels like.
Yeah.
This has been all XLG in my book.
I'm with you. I'm willing to see a turnaround from G2, the timeout of...
More faith in this A-site retake. Like, I'm concerned already here. Yes, a switch up here for Baby Bay, but a real roll of the dice.
But you got to try something, right?
Yeah.
It's not been working how they've been playing. So a call to action from the coaches. But the site's theirs. Completely and utterly theirs. Interesting to not give that plant over to OMEN there, but at this point, already invested the pit. The bar's been set, it ain't gonna be easy. The Nightfall gonna come down, at least identify 3. This is gonna get dangerous now. Raga, can you live? Leaf, can you get them on the board here? Trent's done his work, now it's your turn! G2 turning up. Raga, the only one to fight back. That is the G2 we know. Clean and concise, they kill them all. Crazy
retake here, executes, and that's where the pit on top of what's already looked fairly comfortable for XLG. They find number 8, 4 left standing again. Maybe, just maybe a chance to stabilize. Trent, a great catch off the review, and Leaf pounces at the right time.
And back to things we know Leaf can do. Great on that timing, the tempo when he engages, beautiful.
That's more typical of G2. That sort of clinical execution.
Run it again. Or at least imply
Run it back, boys. Yeah.
Imply we are. Look where the spike is this time, though. The only adjustment
Well, do they
now.
catch the mid-exploration this time around?
Well, that's going to be interesting.
The awareness there with how that round panned out.
Because they're playing so light on the site, they don't really know. They don't get this information, right? They don't know it's 1, 2, 3. They've seen the util and they've heard Raga maybe make him there. Here's the difference.
The timing!
There's the find! Leaf looks away for merely a second. And that's all it takes! But Baby Bay with a catch on Raga, over-exploring on A.
Yeah, massive overstep from Raga, given the situation.
Good re-clear from G2. Bold to do it at this point as well.
Even there, you've got to question the plan, really. XLG showing the awareness they're going to have the space on the other extremity, but don't proceed onto site.
Okay, 3v4. This should be the bread and butter for G2. They know, oh my god, Lysor, you madman. And at the end of this, not ideal. But they've got the plant, and he doesn't get noticed on the Prowler. An opportunity for a new lease of life for OMEN. And there he is, gonna get 1, goes down on the second. Advantage still in the hands of G2. 3v2 for the time again, some spots, one on the side, sends it, doesn't get it. Lysor played in, hold on. Lysor in a 1v3. This would need something magical not to be. Baby Bay, once again, the safe pair of hands here. Catching Raga on the overstep, then following up there. Comfortably and clinically, we are seeing G2 on the slow and steady march back into this.
What's left in the bank here for XLG? Like I said, the presence of mind to really execute this following that A site posted the previous. I mean, there's a huge opportunity for this showstopper to connect into Mail.
Yeah.
One enemy.
To G2. Lucky to get away with that one.
Timeout for XLG though. They can.
And I love the fact they're able to slow G2 down a little bit following a couple of rounds.
And it makes me wonder, Mike, how much of the conversation might be about identifying there was that mid-walk and kind of catching them on that finder.
You've got to argue it's called there ahead of that round. Because Leaf's there so quick in the back lines.
You're like, ooh. Got to be some awareness that something's happened to give that sort of indicator away. So the coach is going to have their work cut out now, right? How do we patch this quickly? Because if this last time out from G2 has given them enough to draw this game back in, we know they are capable. We hadn't seen many signs until, as said, the last 2 rounds.
Raga's ult here, nothing available for G2, but obviously the advantage in terms of the economy right now. Let's see how the purchase will settle here. Only one member to really struggle. Be an SMG to round out. Actually swapped over to Leo here. Lots of faith put into Noman.
Time to mobilize.
He's been doing pretty good.
A switch up here as G2 have put an extra body or two, at least early towards A. Just in case.
Scout destroyed.
Yeah, definitely not going to go for that same walk middle, at least early, right? You can't
Doing a thing.
that. So Raga, once again, trying to be the kind of, I guess, attention grabber at this point.
Slowing them down.
But again, it's a similar sort of thing. Every time this happens, G2 explore mid.
Yep, there it
So
is.
they're at least probing.
Happy way.
The awareness is there.
Yeah. And now it's just kind of that 1v1 game between Leaf and him of consideration.
Leaf caught off guard with the timing previously.
planted.
How long does he wait here?
No, it's tense.
He wants
Leaf.
to catch a lurk.
He would love to. Happy way, building now. Oh, he's got him! Leaf's gone. Suddenly the flank becomes available. Jorgamo turns. G2 now not feeling so comfortable as Noman lighting it up. Jorgamo and Trent up against the world, and Jorgamo comes out swinging. Trent's on the ground already. He's got a player left and a player right. Takes away the one on the left. This is against the odds. This is madness. Raga, backline dead. Trent, you've got to do this all on your own. And Leo's got the timing. This might be too little. Too late. XLG up to 12.
The standoff in mid. We're questioning if the full awareness is there, but it's such a beautiful read. And Happy Way, king of the clock there.
Man, he's been good.
The faith put into Noman with the rifle here. Look at what he does with it.
Oh, you back him every day. I've got to give so much credit, though, to I think it was Jaw and Trent, making that even look possible for a second. They had no right to get that close. However, this is the margins we talk about. This is what it takes at this level. G2 burn their last timeout now.
I mean, they burned the last of their funds as well. This is, yeah, Babyface going to be able to cycle a weapon across, but there's not much left to play with here. They don't come out of that round with an ultimate. Trent just missing one. The other side, Leo will have the Seekers. I mean, it's just incredible to see XLG really elevate in terms of their understanding of a team like G2. Talk about
absolutely
a macro approach. XLG handling it. Again, really simple stuff, but it's working so well for them. Like I said, how often do you see players getting the better of Leaf in timings like that? He is the king of that sort of situation.
If you weren't paying attention before, you're paying attention now. It is 12-9, XLG. It's not just map point, it's match point. G2 just investing that last time out. They need this bad.
A probe sent out this time from G2. And we've seen them explore mid. XLG now sitting in wait. Only one over towards A. It's Noman. Another adjustment in terms of this A site hold. It's Valen put to task. Trent won't catch anything here off the Prowler. It's Noman. What's going to feign a bit of presence here?
Proud getting
puff
riled
in the
up
chest.
here.
Look at this.
Yep. Trying to summon them across the line. Jorgamo going to see the bulk of the approach.
Back out.
He has to back away, but Leaf and Baby Bay considered getting involved. They've paused for thought too. The site is XLG's.
At least this time around, it's a long time we've seen a 5v5 in the post.
And it's already Leo. It's Lysor! XLG start the end of this as Jorgamo, Valen and Baby Bay have to walk into what is a blender as XLG on the verge of breaking the curse that has controlled them. But Baby Bay making a name for himself, dropping 3 of the boys against him. Ult's coming out. He's giving everything to this, but the time is ticking, and Raga is doing everything. Now, Baby Bay has to ace to save G2, and Noman knows what he's up against. On the corner now, plays it. Perfect XLG! XLG break their curse, burst their nemesis, and make London become a city of dreams today. 13-9. Can you believe it?
Third time's a charm here for XLG. And what a display to overcome the odds here. A team like G2 that's always fighting back. Kept in check. And a statement made here in London for their intentions to go forwards.
And G2, that is going to be a tough battle for them to take here. They know that their work is not done now. For XLG, a moment to soak it in, to really take it in. This crowd today has been exceptional for this side, from start to end, cheering them on, the sixth man being present. For them, a moment to remember. How far can this team go now?
It's got to be a sigh of relief for them as well. You know, you see this on paper, you're drawn into this matchup. G2 resting on their laurels slightly, but again, I said it earlier, I do not want to take anything away from their performance today. Battered in map 1.
Yes.
They come out swinging on Ascent, which is a real question mark in this veto.
Hands down.
And then to close out like this on Split,